Brett Ringelstein versus Trent Bichel in the other match. We've got quite a few people here at the moment that have rocked up to watch these matches. Would also like to give a shout out to Jay Windross that'll be helping us this weekend in the matches, reffing, commentary, and obviously Nessie that is the brains behind the whole show. Would also like to have a shout out to the sponsors. I'll just get the sponsors over here. First of all, we've got Q Masters Pool Hall. Unfortunately, we had to pull the comp out of Q Masters because of, they had a football game across the road, but it wasn't to be. But obviously, when we would like to go back there and run more matches in the future. Woodman Cues, incredible cues he makes, Woody. Peter Smith pool tables, Stubbs custom made timber cue cases, Typhoon cues and accessories with Neil Turley, PBC injectables with Vicky Q, Be-Free bookkeeping accounting with Mandy Stewart, Precision building with Darren Bampton, Ace plastering with Peter Cowway, Ride and Shiny with Shane Burke, and pool tables that me, Justin, Sage and Greg Sealer are bringing out, and they will be the star billiard tables. Anyway, we're going to grab Joshy King to have a little bit of a we're going to grab Joshy King to have a quick little chat, and then we'll get pretty much straight into it because we want to start about 5:30. But I'll just grab Joshy now. Josh. Hey Joshy.
Hello mate, how are you buddy?
Welcome.
Thank you very much.
Mate, you've never played in one of these before?
I haven't, but very impressed with what I've seen here first up mate.
Mate, we try and...
Fantastic venue and setup.
We're definitely no Dan Lynch, right, but we never, claim to be that, but we just have our own little setup in Queensland. We get a few state matches and stuff, but It's more about you guys having a crack.
Mate, it is. It's a great opportunity obviously for some players that you probably haven't seen before to get on stream and have a bit of a hit, and the challenge is there, and it's a different kind of pressure when you're under these kind of lights.
Mate, we've been mates for years, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how you go. Has there been much preparation?
No, it's been a limited preparation of sorts, mate.
Yeah.
There hasn't been too much pool in my recent history, so look, between family life and everything else, mate, it's one of those things where it's nice to get to league night every week, but basically that's about it, mate. 4 frames a week, and I think I went and had one session for about 45 minutes, and that was about it a week ago. So
okay.
we're going in very fresh.
Mate, okay. Well, I wish you all the best in your match.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it, mate.
Good luck.
Thank you.
See you.
Awesome.
Yeah, so we're just going to get Azza up now. Azza's going to come and have a little chat. He's another debutant who's never been on the stream, and he's also a Gold Coast boy. Josh and Aaron are both Gold Coast boys, and now we got Aaron joining us. How are you, Az?
G'day, Rudy. How you going, man?
Good, mate. I was just saying to Josh, he's never been in one of these before.
Neither have I.
Neither are you, so...
I haven't been at the venue either, so yeah, it's going to be new table, so we're on 11 playing ground, I think, so yeah.
Oh, mate, are you excited?
Yeah, man, yeah. It's I wasn't really settled in. I'll probably settle in the first frame or two.
Yes.
Keen to get going.
Yeah, wonderful, mate. It should be an entertaining game anyway. Josh says he's done no practice towards the game.
Oh, they all say that.
They all.
Yeah.
But how's your preparation been for this match?
Yeah, not bad, man. It's probably the most pool I've ever played, actually. It's been good. I mean, I've played some really good stuff, played some average stuff. Hopefully I bring the good stuff tonight.
All right, mate, I wish you all the best and enjoy yourself.
Yeah, cheers, Reddy.
Thanks,
Appreciate it,
Az.
man.
Cheers,
man.
matey. All right. Now for our next matches, we're going to first of all we're going to call up Brett Ringo and introduce him. How are you, Bretsky?
Hey mate, how are you?
Mate, it's not your first rodeo.
No.
It's probably your third go. Is it your third go?
This will be fourth,
This is your-
maybe? Something like that, yeah.
Fourth
Third or
go.
fourth, yeah.
What? Just tell the viewers what sort of does it change? Do you get better after you've played a few? What's your preparation? Just talk to the guys watching on how you've gone with all this.
Well, preparation for the first one I still remember because I went into it really intense. I think that was probably a mistake to a point because you get that intense into it and you lose your intensity once you get there. So I've sort of tried to change a few things. Not go as hard, sort of build up a little bit different. For this one, my preparation has been a bit scattered. I've been working away from home, so I haven't been able to get on the table as much, but the time I have, I've put in at a good level. So yeah, that makes all the difference, I think, is what preparation you put in is at a good level.
Do you feel like you know you've played 4 now? Do you feel it gets easier? Do you still feel that there's a lot of nerve there?
Oh, there's a little bit of nerves. If you don't get nervous, then
you're not ready.
You're not ready. I think if you're not nervous, you don't have that, your brain ticking over. At least you can sort of deal with your nerves, and I think that sort of helps, being able to deal with them. And yeah, and because you're playing a different person each time, you get different nerves because you're not playing, you haven't played them before or whatever. So you got to build up for that, and it's what you're going to expect or what they're going to expect. So yeah.
All right, Bretsky, all the best in your match. I hope you play well.
So right.
And good luck, bud.
Thank you. Cheers. Thanks, Reddy.
Just get the final player up, Trent Bichel. Trent's just going to come up. Hey Trento, how are you, buddy?
Good, Reddy.
Good, mate. I think from memory this is your second crack, or is it your third? Second crack. You had one against Gruffy at Ipswich.
I did.
Can't remember who won.
11-9 to Gruffy.
11-9 to Gruffy. Yeah, I actually do remember it now. Tough match.
Yeah.
Any different preparation in this match compared to your last?
More relaxed.
More relaxed.
Yeah, we've been playing a bit of club pool and a few competitions up in Gympie, so...
Yeah, okay. Well, I suppose it's about enjoying yourself as well and trying to take a bit of pressure off.
Yeah.
I wish you all the best, mate.
Yeah, looking forward to
And enjoy yourself, and we'll have a drink together later.
Certainly will.
All the best, mate.
Cheers, Reddy.
Okay, so that's about it. I might just grab Jay quickly. Maybe I was just thinking I'd grab Jay just to sit down and say a couple of words. And
I knew you were going to invite me up. I probably would have dressed more appropriately.
Yeah, no, but mate, as professionalism goes, mate, you're the key in Australia, mate. We're mere mortals compared to you when it comes to this kind of setup.
I'm trying to catch up with Dan Lynch, to be fair. I think he set the bar pretty high.
Yeah, no, and like I said earlier, this is more a lower scale thing. We've never tried to be big. We enjoy what we do in Queensland, but to have someone of your expertise to come along tonight, we thoroughly appreciate it.
Oh, thanks, mate. I enjoy being here. These are good. And I like what you do. It's not always the elite players. It's not always as much as you like to have sort of the main card, you let some undercards play. Doesn't matter the quality, doesn't matter their strength, doesn't matter how good they are. Everyone gets to have a go, and I think that's the quality that Reedy's Q Sports give to the community.
I think they're my main cards. Your sort of intermediate level,
Yep.
And I think that makes up the majority of the field. Everyone wants to see the good players. I get that,
Yep.
but also I think you'll find a lot of people also want to see their mates that are at a intermediate, even just above novice, to have a crack too.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I think it's the pressure which you don't really get an opportunity to be involved in unless you get to a higher level. You're given that pressure to this level of player as well. So I think it's fantastic what you guys have done for years now, which is good.
Yeah, it's coming along fine. Mm-hmm. So thanks, Jay, again. And we'll get into a bit of pool now, mate. We'll just cut us off, and then you and I will sit in there and have a bit of a chat, have a drink, and do a bit of commentary. What do you reckon?
Why not? I look forward to it, mate.
Good on you, mate.
Let's do it.
Let's do it, buddy.
Links on the Facebook.
Okay, do I need to take this off?
Afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Reedy's 8-Ball Q Sports, the September card. Reedy's currently down briefing the players and the referees, and we will get the matches going pretty shortly. Massive thanks to Reedy, both the Reedys, Nessie and to Brent, for inviting me back to assist. I enjoy doing these sort of things and watching all the upcoming players get their opportunity to battle it out in this sort of pressure. It's exciting. It's exciting to be a part of. So, as we said, Reedy will be up here pretty shortly, and we'll get the matches started ASAP. So, hang with us. Well, Reedy's just doing his last hellos and making sure that everyone's taken care of, and players have lagged. I didn't get to see what happened, but looks like Trent's going to be breaking on table 2 in the match with Trent versus Brett, and I think Aaron's going to be breaking on table 1. I'm not sure. Find out when I get there.
Oh.
No, it's going to be Josh. Josh is joining us.
No, that doesn't work for me. I need to see tape.
Reedy's been here for about 5 minutes and already been picky. So when you're ready, Reedy, I don't know what concoction is. If we could get a camera on the commentary box right now to see what Reedy is putting together here.
You're going to ruin chairs.
No.
You are.
No.
This is. He's stacking chairs on top of each other so he can see tables.
No, I'm trying to, because I'd like to be able to see the table. I've never done it this way.
Reedy's never done it from camera before, so Reedy's finding new territory at the moment.
I've got it. I'm on here.
He thinks he's in. He's a bit too far away from the mic now, so nobody's going to be able to hear him. But
no,
here he is.
We've got it sorted. I can see it.
Well, as usual, we start off with predictions.
I am slightly favouring Josh King on the left-hand table.
Yep, table one.
Table 1.
Yep.
And then I'm going to slightly favour possibly a very, very close one, but maybe Trent Bichel.
Okay. Nice.
I don't know if you know the Gold Coast boys. So.
No, I'm. This is my first time seeing both Josh and Aaron, so I'm unaware of both the players. On table 1, I know of Trent and Brett quite well from quite a few tussles over the years. I've played with Brett and Trent on a pool table, so don't take that the wrong way. Trent's got himself in a bit of trouble here, which it's not normally like him. He's normally quite conservative, but Trent and Brett, I suppose it depends on who turns up on the day. I haven't seen them play. I played against Ringo at state trials, and he was hitting a good ball. He was confident, and he was just letting the arm flow. Trent, I probably haven't seen play for about a year now, so...
He had a good match against Gruffy.
Yeah, that was Christmas Cup, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it was 11-9 to Gruffy, so...
Yeah, I remember that match, yep.
Yeah, so...
Yep.
And, Gruffy obviously goes quite well, so...
Yep, solid player, Gruffy. No, interesting. I mean, it's sort of difficult for me to pick either.
Well, it looks like Aaron on table 1. He's got them all there. He's got three
yellows.
Quite simple yellows. But at this level and the pressure, when they haven't been in there, it's not easy.
I'm interested he's taking this yellow first. I probably would have taken the one I was closest to first.
I think he's going to be okay. Maybe he's landed... Is he landed?
A little bit the wrong side.
A little bit the wrong side.
Probably would have gone the one in the middle and probably stunned back across the left rail and gone in the same pocket with that yellow he's up against now, and then they probably would have linked up a bit better, but it's going to have to go a long pocket now with this yellow.
Oh, I think no. Actually, it's worked out well.
It's going to.
I don't know whether you can run through and get a kiss on the red, or whether you've got to jack up a little bit, come off the back rail.
I reckon you're sort of running through this naturally off the bottom rail and going towards the right side.
Weight? Can you play it dead weight? I can't. It's hard for me to. Okay, yep, this is good. And
yep, he's played that well. I reckon he's got a shot.
I reckon he's on that. I think he's played that really well.
Yep, he's played that well. Ringo on the other tables worked his way through these yellows here. Just going to make sure he doesn't snooker himself here.
Okay, first one to Aaron.
Aaron on. Oh, he's missed. Oh, he nearly blocked off that yellow as well. The red, sorry. This is an easy.
First frames in these comps, bunny matches, very important.
Just to get you going, isn't it? Just to tick that first one off. Trent, you think, just has to, don't worry about landing on the black. He's just got to stun this in. Just overplayed it a bit.
Just gotten onto it. Just played it really confidently.
Just need
it a little bit higher on the white, and it doesn't come back as far.
Yeah. And I think, especially yourself playing quite a lot recently on a Supreme table, and you've obviously got your black ball table at home, that you notice that we go from these 7-foot tables here, the Australian style tables, that we use the 6-8-11 rather than the quicker style super fine, that half a tip difference makes such a difference to the reaction of the ball, where on these cloths here, Yeah, full tip difference is sort of the difference that it makes.
But personally, because I've done so much time on the 6-footers, it's definitely hurt my 7-foot game. Okay, there's no doubt about it, and I've lost a shot and a half a game, I think, which is a fair bit in the grand scheme of things. I'm behind. The long potting feels snooker table like.
Yep.
And it's only a foot difference.
Yep.
And my positional play, it's just all out because it's just two different games. And
Yep.
mind you, if you were to do a good solid week's practice on the 7-footers, you'd be back a little bit. But I'm only playing 4 frames a week, and I find it quite hard to go back to the 7-footers, even though I've played on them for the last 30 years.
I still feel like the cloth is the biggest difference. I don't think, for someone who's played on a 7-foot for that many years, I don't think that sort of foot difference is going to make too much, and the angles don't change too much. I think it's, to me personally, I find the cloth is the biggest issue.
The cloth is massive, but still, for me, the angles, the positional play, it's different. It's just different, especially if you're doing. Okay, for me, I'm quite a big practicer. You're doing 20. I'm doing 20 hours a week, so that's hard. I find it tough.
Yeah, that's fair. That's understandable.
To be where I'd like to be on the 7-footers.
Yeah.
Okay, and where I have been before. But cloth, yes, is your biggest factor, and cushions.
Yeah.
Anyway, Ringo's won the first one. Trent won the first one. And
So Trent got the first.
yeah, Trent won the first. Good to see a few people from the Gold Coast come up and
Yes.
give their support to the players. We've got at least 20, 30 people in the venue at the moment. And I'm sure
will grow.
Tonight, and will grow.
Will grow.
Especially with the footy on tonight.
It is, and you got to remember that we're sort of in that awkward position between Brisbane and Sunshine Coast. And on a Friday, the Bruce likes to stack up. Everyone likes to go to the Sunshine Coast on Friday. So, traffic-wise, I'm sure people are battling a little bit of traffic, but I'm sure this place will fill out.
Okay, Aaron there. Aaron looks okay. There's linking balls to the black, especially that one that's down the bottom of the table, or the top of the table. I think they try and say that's the top when it's down the bottom. They say that, but I'm just going to always call it the bottom.
Are we going to call the bottom of the table because of the way we're looking at it?
Yeah, no.
On screen?
They always call it the top of the table down there, where that last red is to link to the black.
Where the triangle.
They call that the top of the table, but I'm never going to call it the top.
The balk end and the top end.
But the balk end is your top.
Brent, just
We're going to
for
get.
viewers at home, seriously, just
Nessie's put her foot down here.
Okay, she's into me already. I'll let Jay take over. I'm done.
you're sacked.
Oh, this hasn't worked out best.
I actually have to disagree with you here.
That's okay.
I feel that there's a little clip in here of the red over the corner, and you can still hold for the middle.
I'm not so sure.
Yeah.
I feel like you're hitting.
No.
I feel like he's hitting the yellow here, and he's losing the light.
No. There we go. And that's what I thought he could do. And in fact,
This is why you're on commentary,
no. Well, look,
and I'm just the supporting act here.
I just felt he could. I felt he could hold that for the red, and if anything, he's just gone a couple of balls too far. But he should be fine if he just rolls this in.
Are you leaving yourself straight on the last one, or are you giving yourself a little bit off the rail?
I don't
just
want to do anything.
comfy
I
positioning
don't
of the
want to
hand?
be right on the rail, because they're hard to play when you're both on the rail with the white. You just want to drift out what he did there.
Yep.
You just want to drag this in.
Yeah. Just a reminder to everyone: this is all weekend. This is international rules. So we've. I think we've. Did you play any world rules on your last card?
No, we haven't had a world rules match since I can't remember.
Play a black ball.
We've played a black ball, but
Yeah.
no, all those days are finished. I think.
Yeah.
unless someone says, "Listen, I want to play for X amount, and can we do this?" and I think, why would you want to? Like Trent's got a sneaky look at this red. Aaron's gone 2-0 up. I might just change that. Oh, we've got that.
Got that.
To him.
Just Trent's going to be in a bit of. White's going to do a bit of travelling here. So he's probably going to be hoping to catch a yellow.
Be stretching over. You don't want to do any.
Played it well. Got a lovely little kiss off the jaw and held up on the yellow. Couldn't have played it any better.
Geez, he did it well. Even with the shirt. But I'm worried about my shirt. I can't focus on the pot.
I'm not worried about my shirt. I'm worried about my gut. It's my gut that's hitting the ball, not my shirt.
I meant the gut too. But.
You can say shirt because the shirt's separating the gut, but generally it's the gut.
Nice start.
Well done.
From Trent. Joshy, how else he done there? He's come up dry. But as you said in the interview I had with Josh, no preparation at all. The only preparation was having a six-pack the other night. So.
Perfect. That's the preparation that we all want, isn't it?
Yeah. Thanks to our referees today, Cherie and
Alicia, yep.
Alicia's
a local.
Alicia's just won the under-18 Queensland title, I believe. Ladies.
Oh, yes, I did
think
see
so.
that she won. So, yeah, good on her.
Good on her.
And thank you for helping us out.
Thank you for helping us.
Yeah. And just for the record, Cherie did say I wanted to be nowhere near Trent's match, so that's why she chose the other match. Feel free to shoot some messages in, guys, on the chat. We're more than happy to interact with you guys. This is what it's all about, is just getting everyone engaged. So feel free to drop a message in. We'll get to it when we see it.
Hello, in the commentary, we've got Jay Windross and Brent Reed. So shoot us a message.
Please do.
Let us know if you'd like to be part of this going forward. We'd love to have you on.
Yeah, please call someone out.
Any level, we're onto it.
Absolutely. Aaron tried to be a little bit, I wouldn't say sneaky, but he tried to a little bit, I don't know if you can say a little bit too much, but he obviously tried to advance the frame a little bit more there just by playing the yellow off the red to open up another ball and just jawed the ball in the centre.
It's important that he can get on the board very soon. You don't want to fall too far behind. Trent seems to have settled in a little bit better. Oh, Josh played that really well. Got through the ball really nicely there.
Yeah. Cued it well. A little bit of awkward cueing on this ball, but shouldn't be an issue.
I think what I'm seeing here is Trent cueing really nicely and settled lovely at this stage. So important to settle. Sometimes you can get halfway through a match and you still haven't settled.
Well, I think listening to the interview that you did with him before we started, he mentioned that, well, you asked him the question of, what's different to the last Monday match to this one, but this being his second one, and he just said he's more relaxed.
Yeah.
And it looks it at the moment.
Okay, Joshy's got a nice linker here.
The only issue with
I think that's
nice shot. Yeah, it's beautiful. It's a great shot. I think the only issue that Trent's going to need for himself, having played with Trent, is once he gets into a position to win, he's got to keep going. He can't stop. He'll get into a position where he starts playing a little bit too much safety, and sort of stops taking the game on when he is a really good potter. He plays really well and can play a little bit. If this catches the yellow, no.
in the world rules, that wasn't bad.
Nah, you've got a yellow near the centre. You got a yellow near the centre to open it up.
Yeah.
Which you can get to right. You can pop this one just above the 8 ball, the top left corner, and leave yourself the one over the centre to play off the yellow, the red, just to open up that pocket.
Okay,
But he's chosen to play
which
safe.
is okay.
It's all right, but he's almost pretty much
The one
killed his yellow.
The one
though.
near the
That's-
centre is the one that you play up inside it. Is that what
Yeah.
you're saying?
Yeah.
To free the red up.
Yep. I think the benefit of that also is that if you play it off it and you pot it, you're pushing the red towards the centre of the table, not near a pocket,
Yep.
and obviously opening up your yellow. Which, after the fact, if you went the method or the path that I was saying, the one next to the 8 ball and then the one near the centre down off the red, you'd be leaving the.
Okay, Joshy's pulled the cue away with a little bit of frustration there.
Interesting also, Reddy, is that you're introducing shot clocks into 45-second shot clock rather than the 60-second shot
Yeah,
clock.
45 tends to work a bit better.
Do we have an extension or anything like that, or is it just a flat 45?
I don't think we have an extension just yet.
Yep.
And I think it's something that if both parties are happy, we could look at. We're trying to keep it, all races to 11 bar, say the main events, race to 15s.
Yep.
Just trying to put on some good matches and just keep it just a little bit quicker.
Yep. Just a reminder, guys, we're coming to you from Norths, not from Q Masters. Unfortunately, the Broncos won and ended up having a home final this weekend. So, being their home ground Suncorp and Q Masters right next door to Suncorp, he was expecting a big turnout of patrons, and you can't ignore a big day and a big night of income. So we appreciate Christos having to put that as a priority, and we thank Tony for opening up Norths
At
to
the
us.
last minute.
Yeah, he did, and he come through very quick. And to all the players who agreed to change, thank you.
I've just watched a couple of shots here on both tables, and obviously done a lot of streams at Q Masters, and I know they're the same table, but they seem to be a touch tighter here.
Okay.
Okay, I just think from shots that I've seen that would go in the Q Masters tables, they seem a little bit more jewelry here.
Yep, I tend to agree.
From what I'm seeing,
I've played CVC here. I've played.
Brett's got on the board.
I've played CVC. I've played the state rankers here, and there's definitely
A difference?
It's definitely a difference in
Okay.
in the
And what
how
a ball can take. Yeah, it looks
Absolutely.
that from just
Yep.
watching.
Yep.
Just a little bit more jewelry, a bit harder, a bit tighter.
Yep.
Mind you, from the car park, the middles look massive though. The corners, yeah, they play a little tight, but the middles look massive. Do you think the middles look quite big from here?
Look, I've got a Supreme at home. You've got yourself.
Okay, the tips come off. So on his break cue, we might have a. We might.
Hey, Mark.
Playing cue.
Everyone's in their right position.
we.
Yeah. So you've got
okay,
I've got a Supreme at home. You've got yourself a black ball table.
Just changing the subject. We'll come
Oh,
back
here we
to
go.
that for a second.
Yep.
Yeah, this is always what I do.
Yep.
We've just had a bloke with the tip come off on the break.
Yep.
What happens usually in a pocket series? Do we stop the game for a little while? That doesn't come into it. Now that's a breaking cue. Does that mean now that you just have to use your playing cue, or can we stop for 10 while we do this?
Well, it's not something that we ever came across in pockets, but in the IRO, international rules, it does state that a player can have 5-10 minute break or whatever it is to fix their cue,
Okay.
or however long required within reason.
I'm going to go and get that tip fixed in for him now. So I'll just leave the commentary for a second, and I'm going to give that tip for his cue to Tony.
Yep.
So to fix that, and
No worries.
we might have.
Do you want to bring a beverage back with
Yeah,
you,
I think
please?
so.
I'm getting a bit dry. The throat's getting a bit dry. Thank you. While Reedy's gone, I'll read you through our sponsors, and thank you very much to everyone who's got on board to assist with Reedy's 8-ball Q Sports. These money matches, they don't go ahead without your support. So a big, massive thank you to Q Masters Pool Hall and also to North for having us. Woodman Q's, you have a Woody?
Mate, I have a Woody.
It looks like it.
I have a Woody at home, and yeah, it does look like I've got one as well, one of those. But Woodman Q's, yeah, I really rate them.
Yep.
I rate them highly. I use the Zach Q, and that goes well as well. But you know, Woody's fantastic.
Peter Smith.
It's interesting with Peter
Pool
Smith
tables?
now with the 7-footers potentially. I don't know 100% whether they're going to go out now. I think they're probably going to go out. What do we got? Is someone making a comment or something? Nessie's having a laugh. I think 7-footers might have had their day, Jay. Might have. Especially now that we're bringing out tables.
Yes, exciting.
Star billiard tables are coming out. Supremes have been something that they've been around forever, and a lot of people are bringing them out to Australia. But Greg's just texted me yesterday saying they've finished our products.
Oh, fantastic.
They've finished making it,
Awesome.
and it's exciting times.
I did see him put his Supreme table on the market, so I thought that
It's
they wouldn't
out.
be too far away.
Yeah. Alva, come on, Ringo. Jay, I'll give you a race. Let's go, Ringo.
We're
Go, Azza.
now Nessie's just gone and messed everything up here, but we'll we'll let her off because she's the one who does everything here. Stubbsy custom made timber Q cases.
Yeah, I've got one.
Yeah.
Heavy,
Mm-hmm.
but good.
Well, heavy would make you think your Q's secure.
Yeah, very heavy, right?
Yep.
And some wouldn't like it, but I think it's great. Mm-hmm. And it's beautiful. I don't know if anyone's seen my Q case.
But as you said, customizable, so fully custom to your Q.
Yeah, made with Blackwood, I think mine is.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, nice.
Wouldn't be Tasmanian oak, considering
Probably.
Stubbsy from down south.
Yeah, I'd say it would be. Here we are just watching Brett here. It's gone the double, and he's hit it an absolute treat. Great
Plum.
shot.
Plum.
Great shot.
Just got to knock this in with a tiny little bit of stun run through, just to nudge the black.
No, just a roll. Just like that. There you go. Sorry, I got it right again.
I was more thinking about getting the white further up.
Yeah, but anyway, that's worked out really well, and he'll level up here at 2-2.
He will. He will. We're back to level. Typhoon cues and accessories.
Yeah, probably
up in Gympie.
maybe. Listen, I'm a little bit biased when it comes to Neil. He's probably my favourite sponsor, because he just, whenever I need anything, I give him a call. Bang, he's onto it.
He does a lot for Paul, does Neil. Very involved with juniors, and every
just-
time he's always looking at chipping in for it.
Just a champion bloke, and you need anything, he makes it happen.
Yep.
Even if he's got to send away for a product that he's never had before, he'll make it happen for you.
Yep.
And like you said, he's always sponsoring juniors, and he's just an all-round great guy.
PCB injectables. Vicky Q.
Vicky Q, well,
I've seen you've had that bottom lip plumped up. It's looking very nice.
Yeah, look, I did have a lot of wrinkles on it, and there was mention of this, and we've just gone and got a little bit of lip work, and thanks for appreciating how good it looks.
No problems at all. I did notice from last time you did interviews to this time, I'm like, geez.
What about the crow's feet? The crow's feet, they gone as well? Or?
Oh, they're definitely less defined than what they
Okay,
were.
well, that's from the
Lack of sleep.
the Botox. But yeah, PBC injectables. Nessie loves it. She's been a couple of times now.
Mm-hmm.
Quite a few of the other pool players have had a crack too. Even our mate Gruffy's gone in for a little bit of forehead stuff.
You know what? I actually picked him as someone that would go down that path, and good on him because he's a good-looking man.
Well,
obviously trying to keep the young looks for a lot longer.
Yeah, look, mate. If I was to pick someone on the pool scene, I'd go for you. Being one of them blokes that'd be into it, mate. So do you want to talk about that?
Look, I'm sorry, Vicky, I haven't used you, but I'll make sure you're on the cards to come visit. I've been cheating on you. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So that's what she does, lippies. Anyway, looking at Aaron here, 3-0, black on the rail. This is one of those ones. Jay, do you put this in, and then where are you going for the black? Are you going to give yourself a face double if you come out, or are you just going to just set? And setting doesn't do much in this game anymore.
No.
And that's what he's done now.
The only benefit here, which I can see, is that you're cutting out probably the main pocket that you probably want to put the 8-ball, which is in that top corner. You've pretty much just left a double.
Look, what I'm possibly doing here is I'm clipping in the one that's over the pocket, coming over to play the other yellow back into the other centre with angle, giving myself angle to try and get the black out. But that's the way I play it. Doesn't mean that's the go.
I was thinking possibly the long yellow down the bottom right corner.
Okay.
Screwing into the red to open up that pocket.
Okay, not a bad tough shot too.
Absolutely. But again, if you miss it,
it's not that risky because the black's on the rail.
Exactly.
Trent.
Missed that by a bit, but
yeah. Okay.
What he has done though is that he's stopped the double on the 8-ball, leaving that yellow there.
This here, I don't like it. I don't like it because you're just going to leave the person the thing. But it's a do or die shot here on the black here on Aaron's table.
Yep.
But 3-0 up. You're feeling good.
Yep. Struck it pretty well. Struck it really well.
You can't hit it any better than that.
Well, if it goes in, you can't hit it any better, can you?
Mate, that's hit as good as Jake McCartney could hit it down the rail. So
I've seen him pot a few balls in his time, and he's potted some big balls in his time.
And that shot there was played as good as any pro could play it.
Yep.
That was a ripper black.
Absolutely. Back to sponsors, Mandy Stewart.
Yeah, but first of all, 4-0 to
4-0.
Aaron, and opened up a little lead here. Okay, I think there's something going on there. I think they're just talking about.
I think they're just going through the rules on table 1, but we'll just focus on table 2 while they're just going through that.
Table 2. This will be interesting to see what the ball takes. Okay, now on a Q Masters table, this can really take it well at pace.
Yep.
You can screw off it, but I don't.
No, that wasn't going anywhere near.
I think you've got to play that with the idea that you're going to get on your other one quite well, and you've got to play it confidently.
Yep.
And he sort of steered it a little, didn't he?
Yeah. Which
happens.
Which is something that Trent does quite a bit.
Okay. Back to sponsors here. What have we got?
Sorry,
people?
we were talking about Mandy Stewart from Be Free Bookkeeping and Accounting.
Yeah, Mandy. Do you know anything about Mandy?
Oh, look, she's a massive supporter when she comes to. I remember you were doing a bit of a junior card when you had the juniors come in and play, and she paid for a voucher for Q Masters for the juniors. So she's again someone else who more than happy to put in her pocket and to support ventures like this. So thank you, Mandy, for your support.
We've just had a little fluke in one of the pockets there by Brett that, and he's got the other one. He's played that. Oh, he's landed fat on that. So
absolutely perfect.
Just how things can change very quickly.
Yep, exactly.
And just there's also another jaw that he might have pulled out of the shot, but they're jawing quite a lot.
Yep.
I haven't played on these tables here, so no idea. Yep, back to Mandy, is it?
Cricket.
You doing, mate, yourself?
James, sorry, we just got your messages pop up now. Race to one for $10. That's fine, mate. I'm more than happy to do that. We can have a few of those if you want.
Hey, bro.
Good to see you. Alvo has obviously got a little bit of money in Ringo's side. Is that Ringo's obviously had to resort back to his playing cue to break with, and he's potted with it, which is good. What's Josh got to do over here, mate? On table one, they're 4-0 down.
I feel that I think when I'm in trouble and I'm getting outplayed, I need to change the pace a little. I need to change the pace of the match.
Yep.
I need to either slow it down or speed it up, depending on what's worked for me so far and what hasn't. If I've played 3 quick ones where I've made mistakes and gone quick, well, and if that hasn't worked, maybe I'm going to slow it down for 3 or a couple. Slow my rhythm up, try and take a bit of rhythm off them. That's probably a good thing. Possibly a toilet break as well.
Yep.
Toilet break, which is, it's within the game, but that toilet break might be a wash of a noonan break, a wash of the face, just a little chat to yourself.
Yep.
And that could be enough just to get you back in, winning a few frames.
Yep.
Put some water on the face, have something to eat quickly in that 2-3 minutes that you have off, and that's all it might take just to reset. There's another one. Another jewelry.
Yeah.
So these aren't taking them like Q Masters, and this is what Macklin said to me. They're just more jewelry.
Yep.
So it's going to be the Qs that are going to really do well.
Well, I feel now, one match is into their 5th frame, the other match is into their 6th frame. They should be not necessarily settled in, but they should be in a spot at the moment where they're starting to feel comfortable in the environment. They've settled into the match a bit more. Take away the score, but they've spent we're 10 past 6, so they've spent a good half an hour on the table now. So both players have had plenty of time on the table.
I from the way it plays, and obviously it plays nice, it plays at a pretty nice pace, but I think no matter what shots that you've been making on, say, a bit bigger pockets, you're going to keep going them all night, and a lot of them are going to jaw. So that's something that you might not be able to settle in for the whole game unless you are a Norse player and you're playing here all the time and you know how these tables play.
Yep.
If you're new here, you're probably not going to settle for the whole game on particular shots because they don't play big like certain other venues.
Yeah. Yep.
Good, mate.
How are you?
Good, mate. Good to see you.
Not too bad.
Carl Thompson in the house.
Yes.
Good to see him.
What's happening? Good game so far?
Done right. Josh has got a bit of catch up to do. But I can only see it come down to his errors more than anything. I think Aaron's outplayed him. I think it's just been Josh, as you said, just as he said, hasn't really had much table time, hasn't put much
preparation, and I can see the person that's prepared right, and I talk about this a lot, in A grade and people that I captain in teams and stuff. It's all about playing pool, being on the pool table. That's what it's all about. And if you're on the pool table, you give yourself every opportunity to improve and keep your stand where you need to be and improve. But if you're not putting in, you can't expect to just come out there and do what you need to do when the pressure's on and make the big balls because you're not queuing balls.
Yep.
And Aaron has been putting in the time.
It definitely looks like it, that's for sure. Played that well, left himself a good angle just to just stun this in softly, or he can play it into the side rail and leave himself in the gap.
I think we've got a couple more to get through
Oh,
here.
sorry, Reedy. Precision Building, Darren Bampton.
Yeah, he's a Gold Coast boy. He sponsored me for pockets this year,
Oh, fantastic.
which was wonderful. And he's a very good builder. He's in Sydney at the moment doing a bit of work, but he's someone that's going to continue sponsoring, I'm sure. And he's good at what he does.
Pete Colway, who's just rocked up. Ace Plastering.
What a legend he is, mate. He's in the same category as Neil Turley, mate. They're just terrific fellas and support the game.
And as soon as he sees Reedy put out a post saying who wants to be on a card,
I've just put me
he's
up against McCartney.
probably the first one who messages, and he doesn't care who he plays. He just wants to play.
He just
good
says,
on him.
He says, "I'll play McCartney.
Yep.
I'll play anyone."
We've been
because
trying to
I
get
just-
him.
I just want to play. He says, "I don't care. I just love it." And I reckon he's probably played every card, Nelly. I
Yep.
reckon he's done about 11 of them.
Yeah.
So
Good on him.
Good on him.
Good on him. Good on him. Ride and Shiny, Shane Burke.
Yeah, car detailer. Another one that sponsored me for the pockets this year. Thank you very much to Shane. Great guy. Played in my Gold Coast League. Coached him up, and terrific guy. He details the car real well. So get onto him and he'll look after you.
And international pool tables.
Well, this is
This is your little venture.
Well, it should be Star Tables.
Sorry, Star Tables?
Star
So I've got that
Tables.
wrong,
So
sorry.
it's no, I think the original name was going to be International Tables.
Yep.
Okay, that jawed as well too at a certain pace. So they go down the rail at a certain pace. So it's all about pace down the rail.
Yep.
They seem to gobble them up if you do it at a nice draggy kind of weight.
Yep.
Okay, just going to watch Trent play this.
So while you're watching Trent play this, so a group of you guys, so yourself, Justin Sage and Greg Siegel.
Yeah, look, it's just we're very excited about what's coming.
And these are alternative to Supreme tables, which are obviously starting to flood their way out here.
They're made on the back of them with a couple of things that we think we could do better
Yep.
than what the Supreme is. There's a couple of different things. We want faster cushions.
Okay.
We believe that the Supreme tables, even though they're the number one on the UK tour, we feel they have a bit of a thud in their rails, and we feel that you probably get 4 links out of a 4 to 4.5 links, maybe even 5 out of a Supreme brand new with the fine cloth.
Yep.
And we're looking for 7.
Oh wow!
So we're looking for quick tables.
Jeez.
Okay, and we might have even lowered the cushion 1 mil to 2 mil possibly, because we feel we can't get enough white ball, enough contact with the cue. It might only be very minute.
Yep.
But yeah,
Is the important thing? We'll go into a little bit more detail with this, because we're probably not taking enough interest in what the matches are going and commentating on the matches enough. But is the important thing for rails? Is the important thing the cue ball or the object ball? Does that, if you're lowering the rail, does that change the way the object ball plays?
Look. If you lower it 2 mil, I don't think you want to go too much more than 2 mil. I don't think it changes too much.
Yep.
Okay, you start talking 4, 5 mils and stuff, then you might get bounces off the rail, or they get under the rail, and it's a fine line. And it's something that we're dealing with. I'll be going to China with Greg.
Yep.
Even if we see the table looks great on a stream, we still want to go over there and test it out ourselves. Hey, how many 6 frames? You can have a break now if you want for 5. Yep, keep going. Okay, so 5-0 to the thingy, but yeah, look, I think we'll talk about it more, the pool table side of things, as later on in the night or tomorrow, because I think we should just sort of focus on the matches I mean, it's great that we're bringing these out, but there's a lot of unknowns at the moment. We're very excited, and hopefully this is the future tables, but it's an if at the moment.
Sounds like they're going to be more accessible to Australia.
That's what we're hoping.
Yep.
Okay. I haven't advertised it. We haven't done a launch yet, but when we do a launch, Justin will do a launch. Okay. And you'll start seeing them come out in these online comps. Okay. We want them to play very, very similar to Supreme.
Yep.
So when they jaw, they sort of stay around there.
Yep.
Got a dead jaw.
Yep.
And we sort of want that wooden feel at the middle. Pretty much, so if you go and play in England in the world titles, you're pretty much going to be playing on the same table with the thing.
Yep.
I think our quality of table is going to be a touch better than the Supreme, but again, we're just going to wait and see.
You don't think a bouncier rail will probably make a more bouncier jaw?
It could potentially, but we need to. We've said what we want.
Yep.
We want it very similar to the Supreme. Almost identical, bar a few different things.
Yep.
And when we get there to China and we test it out, if we don't like it, they're definitely not going to go on the market until we tweak it to what we like.
Yeah, fantastic.
And me and Greg have played that much pool that we know what we want.
Yep. Fantastic, and that's what you want to hear. So keep your eye out for these star tables when they come out. Back onto the pool.
Okay, so we got 5-0. 5-0 at this stage. Okay.
Come back. All right. Yeah, we've got the wireless mics on, and we're gonna we're just a little bit obscured from the table of the view from where we are. We're on top of the stage. So we're the tables are obscured from where we are. So we've put the wireless mics on, and we're just going to have a bit of a wander around and get a better view. Kurt, thank you for messaging in. Josh is just struggling to get things to work for him at the moment. Trent needs to just settle a bit. Got a little bit of work here, especially where those two reds are situated behind the yellow on the top right corner. It's definitely an issue for him because the yellow passes that red. Obviously, the yellow passes into the centre pocket as well. So. 8-ball's got no issue. So he's just got to work this out. Right.
Need to go to the toilet, yeah? All right, okay.
Okay, on you.
Okay, so we're on. Okay, you look at the menu and just grab us, and I'll just have a look, get back to the pool. Aaron on the black here. Okay, he's just got this over the pocket. Joshy needs to do something big time. here. Very important. I think if he rolls this one into the middle, he gets on the other two reds that are together near the pink spot or the racking up spot. Okay, he's just gone around the table. Okay, he's got a little bit of something. Okay, Joshy's trying to get the arm going. No, he's in here. Bit of support from Essie up here. Come on, Josh. Essie likes to get behind, you know, anyone that's having a crack here at these matches, especially if they're not going so well. We have no favourites. Okay. And Joshy might have give another one away.
Oh dear.
So, but you know, you're a cricketer yourself, and you're a sportsman, and you get what you put in.
You do. You know, as you said, like he during his interview, it's not something he's been doing a lot of recently. Is playing pool and, you know, putting time in and that sort of stuff. Might not be for him. So if this might be the way he comes in, relaxed and more calm, if that's what he believes is his method, then it's not working. It's not working at the moment, that's for sure.
Jody Shepherd, a bit of a sexy pull from the Irish. Well, there's no doubt about that. He is playing some sexy pull.
No, that's a member, non-member. Oh, Nessie's just had a moment. God, we love her. God, we love her.
Okay, so
And you want a drink? Hey, what?
Thank you, Nessie.
Greedy moment, we call it.
Reedy moment.
yeah, there's plenty of those.
Plenty of reading moments. This one you're taking to the centre. We're watching Trent here at the moment. You're just dropping this in the centre.
Yeah, well, I'm not trying to do anything, and it's
Just don't want to sneak yourself.
I'm just dead weighting it.
Yep. I feel like he probably just needs to get through it a little bit and not snooker himself.
Oh, you want to come off the cushion?
I want to be just queuing wise.
Okay, so I'm dead weighting it because I just give it every opportunity to dead weight it, and I think dead weighting it, I still had, I don't know, 6 or 7 inches to play with after dead weighting, and I felt I could just still hold it.
Look, I'm with you. I'm a dead weighting as well, but making sure that I'm not leaving myself on the rail.
So here's an opportunity for Joshy.
All open, all there.
They're there.
All
Then
there,
you've got
everything
one
goes.
half tricky one there near the black. That
I think
would
you-
probably be your last ball to sort of transition forward.
No,
to black.
see, I'm probably taking the lower of the red here into the centre and leaving myself on
I've got
the
you.
red on the top left rail and
Yeah.
pushing through that so he can play the red into the centre.
Yeah, perfect
And then
way
the
to go.
two on the left
To
centre.
one to me still. You've got one back on me because
getting
your way was
He's gone hard at this.
because your way was definitely the way to go.
Well, look here now. He can play the closest of the reds in the centre here. He can cut that in and maybe land, maybe run into the yellow. He can.
Okay. Well,
He
they're
could,
both.
the red closest to the cue ball at the moment into the centre on the left. He could cut that. He could cut that in and hopefully should be able to nudge into the yellow near where the red is,
Yeah.
leaving himself on just like that. Leaving
That's not
himself
too
on the
bad at
centre.
all. Well, you're going to have to play obviously the rail ball, the one closest to the pocket last now, which can work. Okay,
You can take this in the centre.
Okay, yeah, that's
It's
cool.
in the top left corner now. He's
Yeah.
got the open area for.
Yeah,
Put it
2
into-
all now, 2 all. Yeah, that's good.
Perfect.
Perfect.
and you've got a marker on the top rail here. So the yellow that's dead on the top rail, sort of centre of the table, that's sort of your marker of where you want the cue ball.
Explain what you mean there, Jay.
So you probably, what I mean by a marker is that's sort of where you're visualising where you want the cue ball to finish. So you know sort of the pace you want to hit the ball to, because that's where you want it to land.
And there he's got his marker quite good.
Yep.
He's played it for there. So he's taken your theory, and your theory is bang on.
So this is just a natural pot. Doesn't have to play screw. Doesn't have to play top. You can just naturally knock this in, and cue ball. The 8 ball is on. I think he might be on the board here. I don't.
Mate, I'm going to call it. He's on the board.
Okay.
He's on the board.
Broken the ice, and this is the start of the comeback, you reckon? And he's
I
on
might
the
just
board.
do a little walk for us because she hasn't gone there.
That's all right, no worries. Ringo's played a great shot there, getting out of a snooker.
Hello, mate.
Trent, a tricky ball down the rail, but the benefit of this is that you can take it on and just worrying about potting it, not worrying about having to land on anything.
Two strong bows, please.
You've just got to land in that certain area, and the red goes into the left centre.
Thank you.
Great shot. That's a great shot. Real brilliant shot. Reece,
Cheers, buddy.
the tables are, compared to Q Masters, I don't know if you remember playing. I don't know if you were here for the rankers or not. I don't know if you were central or not. I can't remember.
How are you, buddy?
There you go.
Hello,
but
How you going?
they're playing a little bit tighter. They're running well. They're running well, but they're playing a little bit tighter. So obviously, it sort of affects the. It's sort of affecting the. What's going on? She numlocked me. It's sort of affecting the style of play and probably a little bit of the attacking style. So they're definitely playing a little bit tighter than what Q's Masters tables are, which obviously is probably affecting the. Not, I wouldn't say the standard, but it's affecting the free style of being able to
Just bang them in,
Yeah,
really.
yeah.
Really, because usually on the Q Masters tables I've found that you can just sort of let that arm go and sort of get it somewhere near there, and they tend to either jaw or go in, most times going in. But here, you've probably got to cue a little bit more accurate, which is probably a table that I'd prefer, that you have to cue it in than to miss it and still go in.
I suppose it sort of takes away the possibilities and different things you can do with the cue ball then, because you know, being able to sort of throw. Oh, it ends up to drop, which it hasn't. I don't think they look slower, Reece. I don't think they look slow. I think they're still running pretty well.
I think Reece, sorry to butt in there,
That's
Jay.
all right.
I think maybe a half length slower.
You reckon?
A half length slower, yeah.
Okay.
From what I've seen, and I'd like to definitely be tomorrow part of the ironing process. Maybe a little bit of mist.
A little bit of spray?
A little bit of spray, which I don't know whether they do that here, which might, in my mind, it quickens it up a little.
Well, there could be a lot of moisture in there already, but we'll see.
Okay, good to see Joshy get on the board.
Yes. Hopefully that frees the arm up a little bit. His ball's out. I just don't think the pool gods are on his side just yet. Like, just knocking that yellow off the rail has just ended up pushing it towards the side rail. It's a tough shot. Tough shot, you got to land on it.
Is there's some matchups that you're looking forward to on the weekend, Jay?
I was actually looking forward to this one here on table 2 with Trent and Ringo. I felt they were very evenly matched.
Yep.
I felt like having them on was a really good a good starter to the card, really.
Oh, you can't hear us. Okay.
Nessie's got us panicking, but I think we're good, Nessie. I'm getting feed that we're going okay on here. Probably the volume's probably a little bit loud. I'll be able to adjust that a little bit, but Vince Lee and Josh Craze. is another match I'm looking forward to.
Wow.
That I reckon that's going to be a great match.
Oh, you went.
Yeah, we got.
Yeah, look, we got a little bit dehydrated.
You got impatient.
I also think Sean Lorenz and Chris Livingston is going to be a good match as well.
Okay.
We're talking about the undercard matches. Obviously, the main cards are the ones we want to watch, and they're definitely really good matches. But I think the undercard matches that we've got on. He's got it, knocked it in.
No data.
Knocked it in.
Meaning we're not connected at the moment, or
Don't listen to me.
okay.
Sorry, can't borrow this. Trent evens it up at 4 apiece. I think they're just going to be going off for a little break. Sorry guys, we're just fixing this up. Yeah, we've got the wrong mic set up on. Hopefully that's a little bit better. Sorry, I just didn't preset it properly. Hopefully we're back. Sorry guys. We didn't have it set up for the single.
So let us know how it sounds now, guys.
Thanks, Nessie. Thanks.
Keenan, let us know how that sounds. He is going for a black here, 6-1, and
Jawed.
And that's what I mean. Just if you twitch a touch on these things, mate, they're jarring. Okay, you've got to stay perfectly
Kenan.
still.
No, but that was my bad. I'll accept that. I didn't set it up correctly.
Keenan says no commentators.
Yeah, we've got it.
He's onto us.
He's all over it. Josh, back-to-back frames. Looks like they're going to be taking a
have their break
as well. So we've got a couple of tables without play at the moment.
So we got Keenan, mate. You want to have a chat with? You want to have a chat to Keenan, Jay? Do you know Keenan?
Keenan,
Go on the
we can sit down over here if you want, Reed. Nessie's pointing us to get in front of the camera.
Why are we down here for?
I don't know. She wants us on the camera instead of the players because obviously there's no play on.
Yeah, but I was going to just chat to Keenan and on the keyboard.
Yeah,
we could just talk to him about his match.
Oh, look, I was thinking the same. I don't know what.
Nessie's got us in the bright lights, mate.
Yeah.
I call these the kebab lights.
They're moving slowly circle.
Yeah.
Josh on the board, finally. Back-to-back frames.
Yeah, look, Joshy's settled a little bit more now.
Yeah.
Couple of wins there, a little twitch on the black from Aaron. 2 frames in a row. Next couple are very important. Okay, 6-2 to maybe 6-3, 6-4.
Yep.
Right back in the match.
Yeah.
But
think so.
but could go 8-2 as well. Okay, so yeah.
And we're even Stevens on table 2.
4-all.
Yep. I know that Trent 2-0 start. Ringo got the next 4. Yeah, look, I agree. Thank you, James.
Yeah, I do. Well, we can't be all as beautiful as you, James. But with this PBC injectables, we can get a bit closer.
Yeah,
the lips and.
So we got the stocking over the field of the camera and everything.
Yeah, we need the filters. Even then, it's not great for us, is it?
Not amazing. So.
Not amazing.
Not amazing.
Okay, so they've had 5 minutes, I think, Ringo and Trent.
Yep, looks like Ringo's got.
I forgot who you tipped in that match. I went Trent. Who did you go?
I actually didn't give an answer.
Okay, so are you going to give an answer?
No.
Okay.
No, it's a 4-all. I think it's a bit unfair.
Are you a fence sitter?
I feel like it's going to come down to a 9. I think it's going to be a 9-all, and it's going to be a race to 2 finish off. That's what I believe the match is going to be.
Okay.
I don't know who it's going to be though.
All right. Trent did look the better at the start. I think it's very even as well. And I'll still stay with Trent for this one.
Yep.
But I have no favourites, mate. So anyway, she got us off there, mate.
All right, we're back. Action on table 2. We're at 4 apiece. As we were saying, Trent got the first 2, Brett the next 4, and then Trent got the last 2 going into their little break. So actually landed on that all right. Just jawed that out. I don't mind the yellows here.
Yep, yellows aren't too bad at all. They all go. They've all got a pocket.
missed the first ball.
Jay, when you're playing matches, money matches, whatever, do you prefer to play on the bigger pockets for more confidence, or you feel like because you can scrap well, you like to be on a tighter table?
I think.
Lost sound again.
Lost sound?
I think we're right.
Why don't we, instead of having these...
We're on. We're all good.
We're on? Okay.
We're all good. We're on. Nessie's told us that we're not on again. We're good? Yep, thank you. I think you know my style well enough now to know that I like to pot balls. I don't like to give the table up.
Okay.
I'd rather lose a frame on the back of my error rather than giving up the table and then pulling off not necessarily a fluke, but pulling off a shot to get themselves in a frame. So. I definitely prefer to, whether it's pot conducive or not, whether the pockets are a little bit tighter, I'm still going to back myself either way.
Yep. Does that change the game a little bit?
I think it does. I mean, it sort of it changes the way that you probably map and where you'd leave yourself for certain shots. I think on a tighter table, more if you're on a table that's conducive to potting, I don't think you're too upset to leave yourself, a foot or an extra 18 inches away from where you would normally leave yourself on a tighter pocket. I'd be on a more potting table than I would do on a tighter one. Especially if that's going to be a key ball to an out, I'll take that long ball on. Whereas on a tighter, I'd probably map it a little bit differently and probably maybe take an easier ball to get myself that key ball, I suppose, is the way of putting it. So
You cued that really well. Look, they're tight when you're not cueing them great, aren't they?
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. They're tight when you're not cueing them great, but they go. You've just got to be accurate.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And at the right speed. I think hitting balls in at the right speed plays a big part as well. Dragging balls down the rail, giving it every chance to let the pocket take the ball.
Keenan's just asked if they're tight pockets, and I don't know if you've played here, Keenan, or not. I don't think you have, but they're definitely a little bit tighter than most 7-foot tables. It's not because the cloth's old or anything like that. I think it's just the cut of the pocket. But they still go on if you hit right.
I think Keenan's played on a lot tighter pockets in WA because WA is some of the tightest pockets I've seen. So they're not that tight, Keenan.
Yeah, just in this venue in particular.
Me, him, Jay.
Okay, Ringo, he's got on this one, and he'll take a 5-4 lead here. There we go, just rolled that one in for 5-4. Might be the first time in the match that he's led, I think. I think it's the first time in the match that he's led. I think they've had their 5 minutes, right? Ready to go? Okay. Okay, it's been a bit longer than 5 minutes, that's all. Yeah, I know. Where's old mate? Oh, well, there you go. Fair enough. Cherie, can you get this other game on, please, Dale? He's in the toilet, is he? Okay.
Sorry, Reedy, I'm back. Just doing some, just not correcting some rules, but just confirming some rules.
Yeah, so First time in the match, Ringo's hit the lead.
No,
No,
Ringo was 4-2 up.
he was 4-2 up, was he? Okay.
Trent was 2-0 up,
2-0 up and then 4-2.
and then won, and then got 4 in a row.
Nessie's buzzer's going off, mate. Food's coming out.
Oh dear, we probably should have ordered food at different times because all three of us are going to be smashing down food. Jeez, that's an alarm. Oh, I can see Dickie's over there, and I know that he's going to want to hop on comms and have a bit of a chat. So it'll be good to get him over.
Yeah, he loves to jump in.
He does. Just put a bit of a sensor on him, make sure the swear words don't come out.
Yeah, well, he can. Maybe he can jump on while we're having a bit of an eat up.
Sounds good to me. Looks like we're about to start action again on table 1.
Here he is, Joshy to break.
Big break by Josh, really big break.
And
A nice spread too. Just got to get himself a starting ball, which he does. And these reds look pretty good.
yeah, what's your starting ball? Because your reds are tough starters.
The red-
Because you're bridging over.
Yeah, but I'm still taking a tough ball to potty out here because those 2 yellows down the bottom of the table there, especially considering what the pockets are like, as I was saying about mapping these outs and the way that you're playing, I'm still taking the tougher open red than I am taking yellow, which he's going to do here. He's going to bridge over that yellow there to pot this red. Which he hasn't done too successfully. And these are the tough things about the international rules is, even though you pot off the break, you're not going to be on a ball. You still have to pot. You have to pot in your next shot to be on that ball, and it's a tough part. It's a tough part to the rule because you can be in that situation there where you leave the white dodgy. It makes that first ball so hard, and if you don't leave yourself on a starting ball, your opponent comes in and just you're going to see here. I won't be surprised if Josh doesn't get back to the table here because these reds are plumb. And I'd be working up the top of the table here, taking the one near the blue spot up the top.
You know the tricky red? Are we trying to maybe get on that and just roll it into the centre? Is that what we're trying to do with that one?
No, I'm more than happy to. I'm more than happy to take this in the top right corner, and then use the red, which is halfway down the side rail, and pot that into the bottom right corner where the red is over the bag. It's a big pocket.
Yeah, I've got you now.
Yep.
He might have just fallen out a touch here. Needed to get onto that one. I might even be thinning this one, going across and across, and then getting on that one that you were talking about inside it.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, look, I agree, Reece. That's probably the way I would have gone, but it's a bit tough now. And apologies, Reed is smashing down some spring rolls. So if you can, I might mute his mic so you don't have to listen to him smash the food out. What I might do is I might get Dickie Williams up here, see if he wants to join me on comms, and we'll let Reedy chow down some food. The good thing about technology is I can walk around the room while chatting away, different angles, go over and say hello to Dickie. I'll be back in a second, guys. I've got the great man with me. We'll get him mic'd up.
No swearing.
He's already so you can leave that there. Leave that there.
all right, okay. So
Come have a seat down here, mate.
yourself.
is he going to be mic'd up? No.
No, you're all good.
No,
You're
just
good. You're all good.
Okay.
Oh, God. It's nice to be here.
Sorry, the teams just all got Chinese at the same time, so we've
Yeah, I
had
can
to
smell it.
split the team up. It smells right, doesn't it?
No, I just had. I just went out to Cactus Jack's. Actually, I just had dinner with me one of my clients, and I had some quesadillas, vegetarian quesadillas. Jeez, it was nice.
Very nice.
Bit of guacamole and sour cream.
Yeah, right. Yes.
And I had some apple, what is it called, a trudel or trundle? Or
Apple strudel.
apple strudel, yeah, with some ice cream and cream. Jeez, it was yummy.
Well, I'm staring at my Singapore noodles there. I'm waiting for Reedy to hurry up and smash his food down so I can get stuck in.
Mate, you can eat it at the same time.
Nah, that's all right.
Yeah, I've seen some of the matches have been cancelled this weekend. A little bit disappointed myself. I was backing one of the players, and I thought I was going to make some easy money. But the Robbie and Nathan Appleton match definitely would have been a good close match. A bit disappointing that it's not on. But mainly all the better matches are on tomorrow night, aren't they? Tomorrow, Macklin and boys. Robbie Sunderland. Yeah, so Nathan's a great player from Toowoomba, and but I believe Robbie Sunderland's the most improved player in Queensland. Definitely in the last 12 months. Mate, he shot 90% dash for cash, and I think our dash for cash was probably the strongest. It was the strongest dash for cash ever, and I reckon it's been the strongest teams kind of thing ever, in Queensland kind of thing.
Well, there was a handful of Victorians that came up for it.
And you take away, like Brent himself, Rusty, I think SpongeBob that wasn't here, but except from them and maybe one other or something, like the best of players from Queensland were all here.
Yep.
And I was most impressed by was the juniors. The juniors coming through are just they're sensational at the moment, aren't they? It's pretty scary. You think how solid we think we are, and the young kids of today, they just come in, they got no
fear.
No fear. They don't give a stuff who we are. They don't care about the old fellas. And mate, that young Jaden Dinger, he's really impressed me. Take her away from the other kids like Josh here. Obviously, everyone knows Joshy Hands, and
just made the Open Queensland team.
Yeah,
as well.
Like Joshy Hands is probably like another one as well. Yeah, he's not only has he probably improved the most for one of the juniors in the last 12 months, he's probably grown about 12 inches as well. So, but yeah, except from him, because everyone knows him, and he obviously went down and won the pockets down there.
Yeah, won a couple of them.
Yeah, young Jaden Dinger, he really impressed me. I think one of the most solid players that we have in Queensland is probably, Dane Beaton.
Yep.
And he gave Dane Beaton a bit of a, not that Dane plays all the time, nothing to take away, but not going to take anything away from Jaden. He was just super, brother. He was, I think he beat Dane 4-0 in the main round.
Yep.
And then beat him 4-2. In the back draw after losing, I think he lost to Joshy, or I think he might have lost to Macklin actually, in the semi or something of the main draw. So he crawled his way back, and there was 4 of us left in the final. So I think there was myself, Macklin, I had to play Jaden, I think, and Macklin had to play Joshy.
Yep.
But they wanted to play the singles final after the teams, which was going to be, like 4 or 5 hours. So we all decided to split it 4 ways, and I think me and Macklin might have dodged a bullet, to be honest.
Yeah, well, look.
Actually, no. Me and Macklin had to play each other to get in the final, and the young boys had to play each other. So one of the old dogs would have got in there, one of the Chocolate Brothers for sure. But I think like I said. It would have been hard, the young fellas today, like that Jaden Dinger, he was just playing super,
Well, Jaden was one of the players that was put forward to me. Reedy put forward, Reedy wanted to be on the card this weekend, and he put forward a couple of names, one which declined to play me, and the other one I declined. And the other one I declined was Jaden Dinger.
Yeah, I think he'd sort you out today.
He's got me covered.
I think he's got you covered too, and that's no disrespect to you. I think he's just playing too well, and he just got no fear, brother, has he?
We've got a 3-hour time slot to fill, and I didn't know what else was going to happen in the other hour and a half.
Yeah.
After he's absolutely demolished me.
You'd have a better chance beating me. I think what I did see about him is he's still obviously, you know, when you're young and you're potting so well, so he's got that little strut that he has around the table, and sometimes he does still get a little bit distracted of what's going off around the table. You know, obviously he's potting out and he's missed a couple of easy shots, but yeah, I don't. Geez, those long ones. He was drilling those long. I was watching him drill these long balls and down the rails, and I was like, oh.
It's snooker background, isn't it?
Oh,
Just
mate.
playing a lot of
And that's what I
snooker.
was saying to him at. I seen him at, because we play Tuesday nights in that City League, and
Yeah.
I was saying to him there how much he impressed me, and yes, that's that snooker background. It's the same as young Lily, you know. She's in my team on Tuesday nights, and
Yep, Lily Meldrum, yep.
Lily Meldrum, and she's just sensational. You know, she's going to be a really top line female, and you know,
sure
she
he is.
Woods, didn't she, in the Australian title this time, first time. You know, and that's and Jess has owned that for a long time. So, you know, she's going ahead of leaps and bounds. And I think her snooker's probably holding her back in her pool, which obviously snooker's more important to her, and you know, she's got a chance of going overseas with her snooker. You know, like this, as we know, there's not too much in pool, is it? You know, unless you can do something like Jake or something like that, and probably get overseas and. So yeah, but with her pool game, she's obviously, because she's got the snooker background, she uses a lot of top, so she hasn't got that kind of mentality of splitting packs and stuff like the younger boys and that do. Yeah, we should be talking a bit about. I can't even see the pool. Yeah, I was saying I can't see it. It's right in front of me.
Yeah, I was going to say we put this on the screen for you, but yeah, look, apologies guys, we are using a dongle for the stream. We're not using a local area network, so we don't have a wide. So we're using having to use 4G network. So the stream isn't as stable as what we want it to be, but that's unfortunately just the situation we're in at the moment, and the location of the venue. But we're hoping that it's going to hold out for you guys. So bear with us.
I was just seeing Keenan asking before, saying tight pockets. No, they're not tight. I reckon these tables. I love these tables. Yep. They were first time we seen them were at Q-Masters.
Yep.
I don't think they do, to be honest. I played here at Dash Cash on the weekend. I think they're lovely tables. I think they're fantastic potting tables. If you pump them too hard into the corners and you're not 100% on, they will draw out really quickly. Yep. But I think if you hit them down there at a 60% pure thing, they're going to drop 100% of the time. Yep. You know, they're very good for running down rails. They seem to just hug the rails and they drop all the time. So, and the middles are solid. You know, you can bang them in the middles. You can get around the table wherever you need to go. Yep. Like I said, Q-Masters were the first ones to have them, and when North's got them here, I thought it was the best thing ever. Yeah, they're the best tables I've played on. You know. So.
Oh, I mean, I played on them a couple of times last year, CVC and the state ranker, SEQ ranker, sorry. So, definitely played on them a few times. I do find they're a little bit tighter than what they are at Q Masters, but they do look to be playing pretty well today, I must say.
Yeah, no, they are. They're nice tables. What have we got here? There's
Might bring Reedy back into the com box to come in with Dickie. Thank you, Reedy.
Shannon's asking me when is my next money match.
Turn this on.
You're good.
I'm playing Reedy next. No, mate. My money match day's over. I don't practice, and I don't even play anymore. So I don't think there'd be any for me unless someone that I think I can beat easy wants to challenge me.
Me? You want to play me?
Come on now, son. Take this on. But yeah, no, not for me. I'm enjoying watching lately. You know, I don't normally like watching other people play pool, but
some good matches this weekend,
so some good matches. I'm looking forward to the. I don't know who Keenan is.
Top Western Australian.
Yeah, so I try to get a bit of a range on him with Nick Platt and a couple of the boys down there, and they told me that he was equal to Brodie Conroy down there.
And I can't comment because I don't know Brodie Conroy, but
Brody's he played in Blackpool down there. Brody's decent, a decent player, and no disrespect to Brody, but I think if he's Brody's ability, same as Brody, I think Macklin wins this easy. Okay. You know, so. But I mean, obviously he's.
Have you had an interest in this match of Macklin's?
Yeah, I got a little bit of interest in there.
Okay.
I love me chocolate brother. You know, I'm a big supporter of my chocolate brother.
Mm-hmm.
So no, someone else just said that to me before. Yeah, someone else said that to me. Probably no, got nothing like that at all.
Joshy was.
Maybe you
I
just
think it was.
run into yourself and your things have dropped.
My balls might have dropped, and now my voice has got a bit stronger. I'm a big boy now.
Aaron was 5-0 up.
That's that like, yeah, you ever heard that Tiny Tim? He's this comedian, Tiny Tim, and he's got the little kid's voice. He goes, I'm 3 and going on 6. I'm big boy now.
Aaron was 5-0 up. Joshy's pulled a couple back. Okay, 5-0 up.
Yeah.
7-3, but this is a very important frame.
Yeah, when I walked in, he was 6-1 up, and he just done a beautiful long shot down the down to the corner pocket, which left himself a pretty decent, easy black, straight black, and for him to go 7-1 up, and he ended up drawing it and letting old mate back in.
This one's a tricky one here.
What am I looking at there? I should be looking at here.
Okay. Oh,
yeah, no, he wanted to brick that out, didn't he?
He did. So now he's in a spot of bother.
Yeah, it's definitely a bit of trouble here. This obviously gives Josh a chance to get back to 7-4, and that's a big difference from...
These boys are Gold Coast boys?
Both Gold Coast boys, are they?
Yep.
Bit of a grudge match, and I heard there's the grudge match over on the other side here with Ringo and Trent.
A couple of Kilcoy boys?
Yeah, they said it's been brewing for about 4.5 years, this match. So
they had a cancellation last match. Okay, I think it might have been Trent. He had the COVID.
Oh, yes, that's right. Yeah, I remember that now, yeah. So, yeah, what is it? Race 11, is it?
Race 11. They're all race 11s unless you're playing main events.
Yeah.
Main events are race to 15.
A couple of good matches tomorrow. Looking forward to watching young Dean O'Connell. I met him at the ACT Kings Cup. Lovely young bloke. I played him on the Friday night money matches.
Okay.
He said he wasn't playing too much, but he potted a really decent ball.
Yep.
So he'll be a good challenge for Reece tomorrow.
Can you mute yourself? Because I can hear you twice. Can you mute that?
Mute this, is it? Is that muted?
Is that better?
Yep, is that better? I'm a big fan of Reece Daly.
So am I. Oh.
He was the best player on my card last time.
Yeah. I back Reece, and I think he's another player that's
up and coming. Even up and coming. Been around for a while.
Been around a little while, but probably he hasn't gone to the probably lengths of ability that he can, because he's stuck up in Harvey Bay. Yep. So he doesn't get that opportunity to play the better players like ourselves, or the players that we have down here in Brisbane. So we don't really get to see him as much as we'd wanted to as well. What's my brother? Hang on a minute. Stello's saying, is this Macklin's first money match away from Q Masters? Do you think he will play as well as not? Yeah, I think all his matches have been on your card, haven't they, brother?
So because he loves the tables that much at Q Masters.
Well, I don't think there'll be any difference here, Stello, because he played here last weekend for Dash for Cash. They're exactly the same tables as he played really well. Yeah. They're the exactly same tables as the ones at Q Masters that they play the money matches on.
All I can say from visual, I haven't played, just from visual, they look to play a touch tighter than what Q Masters. I think they take a better ball. Whether that's because Q Masters are a little bit older, whether they're a touch more forgiving, it just seems that way. They seem a touch more jewelry, but mind you, you've played on both. Yeah, well,
okay.
But I've also watched the vision for quite a few years now. So
well, I'm probably just one that I'll just look at myself in the sense if they're not going in, I'm thinking I'm not hitting them right. I don't really look at them, think of the pockets and that. So but no, I think they're good. to me, there's no excuses for anyone. You know, they're not. They don't.
I look at the middle pockets, Rich. They look massive.
They're fantastic, brother.
Yeah, but they look big.
They are big.
And I just think the corners are playing a little bit jury if you're not queuing them right.
They're big, but don't think they're too big because that's when you miss.
That's
you
right.
know what I mean? I just think they're fantastic potting tables. And if you're in trouble and you need to do a pot out to save yourself, to me on these tables, it's doable.
Yeah.
You know, it's very doable. They're great potting tables, and you know, there's not a shot on the table to me to think that, okay, this is not going to go in because the pocket's too tight or for whatever reason, you know. So I don't think there'd be any excuses for anyone to be able to blame the tables. I really do. If I was playing a money match, I'd be loving to play on these. I'd rather play on these than a Supreme, you know. Only because I obviously don't play as much on the Supremes as everyone else. Everyone loves the Supremes, but I think you get you more money for your buck on the 7-footers, don't you? You know.
You do?
You know, there's always a chance of them making a mistake where, you know, yourself on the Supreme tables, they're pretty easy to pot out.
They're very cutthroat.
Yeah, you know, like you can go in there and not even get a shot for bloody games, you know.
The 5 or 6 frames.
Yeah, you know yourself when you're down there at pockets, you know.
Yeah, it's
so
incredible.
Where here, mistakes can happen or Posy can get you in trouble and you're back in the match in one shot, you know.
Yep.
So... what's like? Is that Losby? No more lag, guys. Back to normal. Yeah, I think we had Brent had his on as well. Oh, no more lag. How come we got no more lag?
No more lag.
Yeah.
Let's see, we're back on. We're all
back
good.
on. No more lag.
I'm still working on it.
Yeah. Okay, back to this match here. I think Josh King had a massive chance to be winning this match. Not this match, this frame, to get back to 7-4. And he's done a couple of bad shots to me where he's let Aaron take control of this, hasn't he? Aaron's just got back into getting that red out from the black and pulling in a snooker. I mean, it's not a hard one to get out of.
We've had quite an easy black mist on that table. A bit of pressure, a bit of nerves.
Yep. Yeah, bit of nerves there by Ringo. And the big shot to Mr. Reasonable Easy Black to go 7-5 up. Oh, bad miss there by Josh. Now this gives Aaron a big chance to go 8-3 up.
I'm probably rolling it in, Dick, and I'm taking the black up here in the big pocket.
Oh, would you, mate? No, I wouldn't do that. Mate, I'd just screw behind it and to me, I'd bring it off the cush myself.
No, I'm just putting it up a big pocket.
Yeah, but then if you miss, you're in massive trouble. He's going to do the same.
Yeah, I think this is the shot.
Would you try and come off the yellow, or would you just run it down, mate?
I'll just try and fresh it straight in, mate. And
my only thing about going to this pocket is, I know it takes control if you set it up, it's control, but if you miss it and leave it on that back cush behind the yellow, you're in a world of hurt, aren't you? Just hit that sweep. See what I mean about the tables? So, guys, what I was saying about the tables, if anyone just watched that shot that Aaron just did, he done the shot that Reedy just said to roll that straight down. If you could see what I was talking about, these tables, you can roll these tables, you roll them straight down the rails, you hit them at that pace, they're 100% going in. That's it. That's how good these tables are. Nice. You know, that's nice. You know, you know that you can hit it well down the rails like that, and 100% they're going to go in. So, like I said before, if anyone has any complaints about the tables, no one should ever complain about the tables. So, to me, they're running sweet, and you can see by that shot.
What do we got over there?
Ringo ended up, Trent missed that, and Ringo ended up getting that. So
7-5 to Ringo.
The Kilcoy champ, Ringo. Ringo has been the Kilcoy champ down there for years, Ringo. When I first come out to live out with my mum out at Nanango, you know, of me troubled ways and that, I went out to live with my mum, and Kilcoy had a little pool comp down there that we found out about, and we went down there and met everyone. It's an absolutely beautiful association down there in Kilcoy. Very friendly, and we met Ringo down there, and he was the Kilcoy champ. And I think he's been him and Shannon. Shannon's from there, but I think Shannon's moved now.
Shannon Irwin.
Another lovely young chap.
Yeah.
My brother Shannon.
There's Shannon Irwin. He's living on the coast.
Yeah, he's on the coast now. Yeah. So he was there, and he was just starting to take the reins off Ringo. He had the wood on Ringo before he left. Haven't seen too much of Shannon.
Yeah. It's a nice open break for Joshy to get one back. 8-3 needs a win.
Yeah,
Needs a couple of frames.
Is he on the yellows or is he on the red?
I like the
reds myself. I would be pumped in that red right near the yellow, straight in the corner. It's all over for me. Would you do that?
Yeah,
First shot.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah,
I like it if it's on. It's close.
Take the red next to the yellow. That's closest to the white. He's going the red just to make sure he's on it. So
nice.
Not a bad thing, I suppose. At least he makes sure he's on him. What grade are these two boys? Do you know?
Most of my matches are all about intermediate.
Intermediate. What do they play down there? B grade, C grade, or A grade?
They're all A grade.
Oh, they're all A graders.
Most of my matches are A grade matches.
Okay, yeah.
But most of them are the lower A grades.
Okay, yeah.
Intermediates. That's the level I sort of get.
Yeah.
Just more of them,
Yeah, that's right.
and they love it.
Well, Shannon's telling us, Reese's saying, well, I almost thought it would hit the middle jaw, hugging the rail like that. Nah, that's how nice these tables are, Reese. I'm coming in tomorrow morning to give Reese a hit, to get him warmed up for his match for the day, because I've obviously had a hit with Dean, so I'm giving Reese a little warm-up to tomorrow morning for his match. So I was telling Reese how nice the tables are, so you can see from that shot how good they are. Shannon's saying, what's Keenan saying? I'm off, boys. See you tomorrow. Flying to Brisbane now. Have a safe trip, brother. Safe trip, Keenan. Be good to meet you, and best of luck in your money match with Macquin. And have a safe flight, brother, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Good on you, Ken. Look forward to seeing you, buddy.
And Shannon's telling us he's going to be back on the next card. He reckons him and Jason Cattermole. Is that his pronounced his last name?
Yeah,
Cattermole?
Yeah.
That would be a
Great
decent
matchup.
beaten match, yeah.
Yeah, tough match for Shan, actually.
Yeah.
But good match.
Jace plays pretty well.
Yep. He knocked over your man Jamison, Christmas Cup.
Yes, he did too. Yeah, Gemma, he did too. Yes. He played really well that day.
Belted him.
He belted him. You know, he played extremely well that day. Joshy mucked up on the went in off. Oh no, sorry, didn't. Yeah, he went in off. Missed that red.
Okay, so we got a
Trent,
couple of loose ones going on.
Yeah, didn't Trent had a little bit of a wild whack there.
Yep.
It's a little bit of pressure happening over the other table here. It's starting to get to that part of the match, isn't it? You know, it's nothing worse than being down 8-5 or 7-5, and
let's go, Shannon. So we got some rivalry.
Yeah,
I like it.
Have to be next year. So Jace has taken the challenge there, Shannon. So Reedy can put that in his book and have you boys.
They were going to play.
Challenge each other in the.
Had to call it off
early in the year.
Already.
Jodes is supporting, going in for Jace already. Is he a Penrith supporter too? Jodes will be supporting the Penrith Panthers tonight.
Oh, I can't wait for them.
Be a good match tonight, isn't it? Them in Melbourne.
Yeah, I've gone Collingwood and Penrith.
You've gone Collingwood and Penrith. I don't see Collingwood beating Brisbane. Are they playing Brisbane?
GWS.
Oh, GWS. Sorry, yeah.
So you don't see Collingwood winning?
No. I thought they were playing Brisbane Lions.
No, that's Carlton.
Carlton, yeah. No, Brisbane Lions are smash Carlton.
Do you see the Pies winning now against GWS?
Mate, I'm not sure because GWS have they surprised me. Not that I watch too much AFL, and I used to support Collingwood when I was a kid. They used to be my favourite team, mate.
Yeah.
Shaw was my favourite player, but since Eddie Maguire took over, I kind of lost a bit of love for the
Pies.
Collingwood Pies. But yeah, no. I think Brisbane's got a big chance of winning. I think they'll win the premiership. Yeah. Brisbane Lions, but
have you had some interest in that?
No. I'm not gambling anymore, brother. It's 3 months for me since June the 19th. Me and my little brother Darren Gordon over here, driver. We got a little pack going together. He's on 6 months. I'm on 3 months.
Are you still with the lovely Jane?
No, I split up with Jane. I'm not with Janie anymore.
Okay, I usually were going strong last time I'd seen you.
Yeah, mate. Yeah,
I haven't seen you for a lot of months.
Bloody women, use a hard work. Sorry, Ness. So I was really looking at him, but
You tried to live with him?
Well,
yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah. I think it's the other way around.
Yeah, no, listen.
I don't know. I didn't know that you'd broken up.
Yeah, I
So
don't.
obviously you didn't put it on Facebook.
No,
or anything.
I don't do that stuff, brother. That's personal stuff, and that's between me and Janie, no one else. And yeah, things just sadly didn't work out, and that's just life, isn't it? So we move on, and that's doing my counselling and everything now. I've so many modules and everything they've gone through. The hardest thing I've ever found for all the counselling that I do for people and stuff is anxiety.
He's thrown the bat at that one, and
He's bashed that and got lucky.
he got lucky and it's gone in.
Absolutely bashed, got lucky. It's going to take him into 8-5 up.
Geez, that hurts when that happens.
Oh, that hurts.
And that's the reason why
Yeah, it
that.
hurts.
I feel you should have to nominate every pocket.
Yeah,
I'm all
especially
big for
shots
that.
like that. Yeah, especially you can see the look on Trent.
It's a killer.
He's not a killer, but
It's either 8-5 or 7-6.
yeah, that's exactly.
Big turn.
Eddie is not involved in club now.
No, he's not with Pies anymore.
Yeah, I know he's not there anymore, but he's still a massive part of it, isn't he? He's still on the board or whatever it is. He's just he's ruined the club with his racism and everything else.
Is Aaron here? You got this shot here. He's going to have to probably clip that into the centre.
Well, I think he'll take it straight in the corner myself. I think it's the same shot he potted that red on the other one where he missed the
He's
black.
got the red there.
Oh shit! Sorry, I didn't see that there. Sorry. I thought he's on the yellow. I thought you were saying he's going to cut the yellow in the middle. I'm going straight.
No, he is on the yellow.
So he is going to cut the yellow.
Yeah.
You're right there. Sorry, I wasn't. I didn't even see that red there. Oh, jeez, he's missed that.
He's had a crack at that.
He's overcut that. He's overcut that, which was when you think of the shot, you would have thought it was just about unovercuttable.
Yes.
So he's given
Big frame in the match. This one, isn't it? 8-3 to 9-3 or to 8-4.
9-3. You're just about on the hill, aren't you? Yeah, not too bad. He would have allowed them to come back to the middle, but
Little tester,
especially when under pressure of the whippy.
Are you stunning or are you running through?
No, you're stunning, bro.
Yeah.
I don't believe in running through.
Running through.
I fucking pump them in just like that, bro. Stuff fucking smash that in. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't understand the
run through.
The run through, mate. I think you got to just put it in solid and get it in there. Everyone's different, but I suppose it's the way you hold your cue and your cue action, isn't it? But I like to pump them in
more
myself.
chance of possibly missing it running through though.
Yeah, 100%, brother. So I just like to stun them in and quick stun, get them in
Or a
there.
little bit under centre and just sort of
Time to mute you guys when the game starts. Jodes, because their footy's on. That's not nice, Jodes.
Jodes, I think Panthers win by 14.
I'll tell you what, I think Penrith win the premiership. I think Brisbane have been obviously the massive.
Brisbane can win the premiership too.
Brisbane can win.
Okay, but that's the game of their lives.
I've been saying the last 6 weeks, 8 weeks, Brisbane's the only team that can beat Penrith. But
or Parramatta through the rounds.
I just that's it. But I find it they're just too hard to beat, aren't they? They're like machines.
Yeah, they're the best team. You know what?
They don't run
the
out of
best
line.
team I've seen since Parramatta in the early 80s, or Canberra Raiders, or maybe even Broncos.
Well, they remind me of even the Melbourne Storm when they were hot. Like they all go across on one line, they all move up on one line. Like where you see all these other teams, you've always got someone running out of the line or something like that. The good teams don't do that, So I think it'd definitely be a Broncos final, but to be honest, I reckon it could be an upset. I reckon the Warriors could upset the Broncos. That's my upset for the weekend. The Warriors to beat the Broncos.
Well,
you've heard it here from the Black Man.
I do not see Penrith getting beat tonight.
No.
Versus Melbourne. Okay. Here's Joshy.
Joshy here, and I don't know what he's on. Is he on the yellow?
He's on the yellow, yeah.
Okay.
I think
And
he's
this is-
little
this is-
screw, little stun screw in between the two reds.
Mate,
Perfect.
Tell you what, and he's got
Big.
the big long fingers. Because he's
tell you what.
6'5".
Well, you have a look at Aaron. Aaron's over here at the back,
Yeah.
pacing around,
Pacing.
like watching. He's not even sitting in his corner, so he's very nervous. He's missed that. Oh, wow.
Okay, then a little bit of a Richard Williams spit.
A little bit, yeah. Mate, I'm a terrible loser, aren't I? That is a Richard spit. And it's not that I'm a bad loser, it's just that when you do stuff like that, that you just know you're not normal capable of doing, and you do it, it boils your blood, you know. So I understand how Josh is feeling at the moment. You know, I mean, that shot there gives him an opportunity to be back in the match, isn't he? You know, 8-5, he's back in the match.
Big time.
You know, still not over. But
Nice confident.
yeah, nice confident long shot, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it was
it
a
was.
nice confident long shot. He's still got a lot of work to do. Does he take this one on the left in between and then come back for the bottom one? You know, that one there, run through top and come back out for the bottom one, and then he comes down to the... I would do that. I'd take that.
The one on the up here in the balk area. That's my last ball.
Yeah. For me, I would take the this one here on the left. Not the one he's taking. He's taking the one in the middle.
Yeah, I'm doing the one you said.
Yeah.
He's
And then
had a crack at that.
Yeah,
And
he's landed perfect on this.
No, he hasn't.
No, it did bounce up a bit, didn't he?
Oh, but he can still
he's
make
still-
this.
yeah.
Very makeable.
And if he misses, he could probably run side down and get a snooker behind them reds, can't he? You know, it's perfect natural to go down behind that bottom left.
Here again, right. I know you say they play the same as Q Masters. I'm watching the drawing of the balls, right? And I think they've practiced well for this game, but they are drawing a bit more than what I'm used to at Q Masters. I think Q Masters, they've more give. You can't have it?
No, can't have it.
Okay.
No, can't have it, brother. They're just not hitting it right.
Okay.
And if sorry guys, what Brent said, if you would have seen that white there, Brenny, in that middle hole, it nearly done what thing that white did at Rusty's house that night. It went to the thing and then rolled around the whole pocket and fell in. That's how big the middles are, guys. They're lovely middle pockets. You can just about cut them.
So
from
Aaron did what you said actually,
Yeah.
but he knocked it in,
He knocked it in.
and he's probably had an element of safety.
Yep.
And yeah,
Geez,
I've
that-
got Jay back up here that's going to take my microphone to have a little sit me downs with you, Dickie.
Beautiful.
I'm leaving. Am I leaving this on?
Yeah.
Well, I've muted. What are you drinking, mate?
You're unplugged.
Canadian Club.
Canadian Club.
Thank you, please.
You've unplugged yourself.
You unplug yourself.
No, it's all charging. Skyrocket. So
Well, Joshy just sunk the black and the white then, followed it in. I don't know how he did it, but, well, we do know how he did it. He just did it. We just seen it. And, well, that's pressure, isn't it? You know, like he's got an opportunity to go back to 8-5.
two-frame turnaround.
Two-frame turnaround. He's in the 8-5, you're only 3 off the lead and still 3 frames up your sleeve before you're out. Now, you're two games away from being gone, 1 game away from being on the hill, and 7 games away now from really winning the match. So
His break now, and this is all important to hold his serve now because he's got a pot off the break. He's been breaking well,
Yeah.
but puts more pressure on him. Oh no, he's not breaking.
Well,
Okay.
the confidence is gone, isn't it? You know, like he had a couple of easy blacks then. He missed the first easy black,
Yep.
and then had a massive opportunity there, and he's just banged it too hard and followed it in.
The stream's not picking it up, but he's visibly shook. He's walking, not throwing his cue around, but waving his cue around a bit.
He's doing a dickie. He gets getting a little bit angry with himself, you know, walking away, cursing himself a little bit, you know, as we do. So yeah, he's walking around, you know, obviously looking at the ceiling and having a good talk to himself. He knows he's had an opportunity to. Well, he's missed 2. You know, like he missed the one before that he should have won as well. That had a really easy thing to get back into the game when he had a chance to go 8-4. You know, I mean 7-4. Sorry.
Yep.
And then he missed it, and then it went 8-3. So he's definitely had a couple of opportunities. He probably should be 8-7 at the moment, or 7-6 or something. You know.
I've seen quite a few times he's been in winnable positions and just probably
Just one loose shot.
Yeah, just either missed an easy ball or
Yeah.
didn't play the right shot
Yeah.
or didn't get the right position, and you know, listen to his interview when Reedy interviewed him to start with. No preparation. Just no preparation. Just
definitely
just
sounds
coming
like
the way
Richard.
it is.
Sounds like Richard.
Just coming in on the fly, and just whatever he puts out is what he puts out. So that could possibly be the difference of
winning and losing, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, as you said, you know, the amount of times where he's just been in a winnable position and he's lost.
Yeah, and like you said, not by his own fault, just from a very loose shot or missing an easy shot. I mean, Aaron's just missed a very easy shot then himself. Probably would have given him a good chance to get on the hill.
Minimum three times to Josh. So, you know, that changes the scoreline in his favour.
Massive, isn't it? Yeah, 100%. He could be winning.
Yep.
You know. I think Aaron's definitely been the cleaner potter, and obviously looked the most solider. Josh just missed another reasonably easy shot in the middle hole.
He's opened up that pocket for the red. Should he need to end up at the top end of the table, but which he shouldn't.
And if he could stun this underneath, there's a gap underneath there. And slide across and get to the other one, but he probably wants to leave that red to last, doesn't he?
I'm running this down. I'm putting this on the inside, running it down.
Yep.
Leaving myself on the red, which I'm about to knock off.
Yep, exactly. He's went for the can, and it's still all right.
Perfect.
Worked out perfect, hasn't he? Probably even a better angle, because if he uses top now and comes up to at least to like the line, the balk line, it'll give him that angle to put that red and stay on the black to the left corner, hasn't he? So
I think you're aiming for the blue spot, just under hitting it a bit. Aiming to get on the blue spot, just under hitting it a little bit, just give yourself a little bit of angle to run through, leave yourself a bit of a gap between the cue ball and the 8 ball, and that way you're happy with a little bit of angle. You just want a shot on it, don't you? Doesn't have to be straight.
Yeah, exactly. You want to come up a bit more close to the yellows so you're not interrupting those yellows. Jeez, he went the other way.
Now he's got a bit of an awkward cue.
Yeah, hasn't he? Because now to me, from here, he comes off the red, he'll clip off the yellow a little bit and maybe clip off the black and probably go down the bottom of the rail and not be on the black. Unless he kisses it and he gets a shot to the middle black.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. I mean, you're catching the inside of that yellow. You're playing it so you run through off the yellow. The cue ball goes towards the top right corner, and you've got the 8 ball into the left centre.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely not the angle that we would have done. Obviously, we would have been on the other side.
Yeah.
To give us a nice easy red to come off the right-hand side cushion and land perfect on the black.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's tried to stay too straight on that black then.
Tried to cheat a pocket.
He tried to cheat the pocket and not hit the yellow.
Yep.
And that was never going to happen on that shot.
And I think the key is there not to hit that yellow thin, because if you're going to play off the yellow to get up to the top of the table, you don't want the yellow to be in the path of the 8 ball into the left centre. So you sort of have to take all the pocket and catch as much of that yellow as you can.
Yeah, 100%, brother. I don't think there's any way. A nice double there by Ringo on the other table. He's got an opportunity here.
Doesn't want to get too straight on him. Yeah, he's good. It's a good, nice little angle to come off the side rail and drag down.
Yeah.
Or he could run through into the centre.
Back up, yeah.
Could have run through and gone in the centre.
Yeah, he makes it a little bit harder for himself, Ringo. He hasn't got the mapping of the table.
He's got to play a bit higher on this and run through.
Yeah, come back to where he is. That's what he needs to do, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He did. He got it perfect, but he's missed a shot. He's left a bit of a gap there. I don't think it's red's on. I mean, the yellow will go under the red, but he'll definitely get it in front of it. It's a bit hard to see from this angle, isn't it?
If I know Trent, I reckon he's running the yellow that's on the left side down the bottom of the table here and leaving him snookered on the left side.
Yeah, doubling it out, I think he is, yeah. Just have it. It's not a bad snooker.
It's all right.
Is it?
Well, it stops me looking at where the cue ball is. Oh no, he's not dual snookered, but I was thinking go on the rattle on the top right.
Well, funny you just say that, brother, because I tried one of them last week, and it was the first time I've ever tried it, and I'd bloody done it. Would you believe it? I'd done it, but I'd never tried in a comp or anything like that.
Hey,
hello, my brother. Got my young man with me here, Nathan's coming in to have a little chat.
Yeah, I just got back in from practicing with Josh.
Mate. Yeah, have a little practice at the back.
Yeah, mate, because I got the folks head off a team charge on the team, mate, against on Monday night.
He's going the rattle here.
He's going the rattle. He is. He's going for the rattle. Oh, he's done it. Oh! That was a massive effort. Massive effort by Ringo.
You just already started talking, didn't you, mate?
Yeah, so I'm talking.
Yeah, you did tell me you were talking tonight, I know.
Good opportunity here.
Yeah.
Good opportunity here.
Yes,
Get a nice
definitely.
little starting ball. He can run through it and just nudge into the black, push it more to the left side of the
Yep.
table.
Leave himself a nice straight yellow to come back.
Yep.
Big pressure shot at 8-7 is too, isn't it? He's got it. It's
Clean.
not only clean. I didn't see he could clean it without that
Yeah.
play. But it's left him a beautiful angle. You know, if he just screws this back out to the right side of the middle hole and leaves himself smack on the black. Either that, he could use top. I don't like using top myself. Who's gone in off down here? Aaron's just gone in off the other table. So here's another lovely shot. Oh, he's gone in off.
Too hard.
Unlucky there by Trent. It was a nice. He done exactly what I said.
Yeah.
But obviously he just went a little bit too hard over there and smacked it straight into the middle. It's not the angle I would have done for Ringo. What's he done here? What the hell has Ringo done? You know what I mean? He does some very weird stuff. His mapping of tables is not well. I would have put that red down near the bottom side, just coming up, you know.
Yep.
So,
Come off the side rail.
yeah, he's my Jesus Christ.
Messi. On to Ringo, please.
Ringo's won that, so there's a bit of a...
Oh, you just moved.
He does some strange stuff, but he's gone out to a 9-7 lead. And Trent's probably had a couple of chances in the last two games, like we've said. It's probably could have been turned around. He could be leading 8-7.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
No? It's 9-6, not 9-7. They start cheating with this. Ness is sorry, I'm just trying to get this screwed. Ness was back. Ness bet on Trent on the side, and she's trying to help him out by giving him an extra frame.
I must have put it on the wrong side before when I was done. I'm trying to get this bloody internet sorted.
Nath, I'll talk to you when I come down soon. Sorry guys, interruption. My little mate Nathan that I work with. He plays C grade at the moment. He's top on the C grade ladder. He's getting better and better, so he'll be in B grade next year. So he's going to be one to watch out for. My little Nath, a little bit will help him out a little bit. He pots very well. Now back to these matches. Geez, Joshy had a pot out here and he's left himself another bloody hard shot. Geez, he's ruining these outs, isn't he? Making it hard for himself. Oh, he's missed that by 8 foot. I think Aaron gets this. Joshy's had some chances.
Yeah.
You know, like obviously, like he said at the start, he didn't put any time, any practice into it, and this is what happens, isn't it?
No,
You know?
100%. Exactly right.
Yeah, you miss one or two that you should get, and then next minute you start missing 4 or 5 that you shouldn't miss. And that's what he's definitely done. He's had plenty of
come up
chances.
prime possum here.
Yeah, Aaron's just potted that. Aaron's gone to 10. He's on the hill, 10-4. So Ringo's got a massive chance here. I can't. To me, he'll have to put a little bit of bottom on it, just done into that red on this joint to the black. Just a little clip, don't you? Just want a little clip on the side. Nah. Well, he stunned it. He snoogered himself. He put too much bottom on it.
Just wanted to catch the sort of the left side of that red. So it would
exactly.
Catch the side and then
just
run
to
off
push
to
the
left
black
side of
out a little bit.
Yep.
Boom.
Yep.
What are everyone's saying here? We've been answering questions. Wayne Binge, Brett, how come you talking about my team Raiders? Oh, mate, Raiders are good, Wayne. They're good, brother.
We'll let Reedy follow that up.
Yeah.
He loves his para. We'll leave that to him.
I'll tell you what, funny Wayne. I bloody I was listening to, you know how you see the reels on Facebook, and they had a halftime. Someone taped Ricky Stewart at halftime, and oh my god. Geez, I thought I swore. Like, oh mate, he told every player in there how bad they were, how stupid they were, that they were done. Oh mate, it was so funny. You can see why they're not in the finals. They've had a rough year, Raiders, with all their injuries. So it's hard for Raiders. I think it's just no one wants to go there, is it? You know, it's just a terrible state to live in. It's just too cold, mate, isn't it? Like, no disrespect to all you ACTs out there, but I'm sure you know as well as I am. I've been there like 3 times, guys, for the comps and that, and I can't cop the place. You know.
I've worked there a couple of times, and look, I don't mind it. It's just expensive. It's just
cold, mate. Cold, dry, and the places. I've never seen a place so dry. You know, like, geez, we get all the heat up here in Queensland, and geez, it's like a desert out there.
Yeah.
The lawns and that are just like hard rocks and prickles and. So
Trent's just got to make sure he doesn't leave himself with these two dead balls here, because at the moment he's just potting all his open balls. Yeah. And it looks like he's going to leave himself 2 dead balls to finish here, because he's leaving himself on this one in the bottom left.
Instead of when he could have potted the one before and come down and got a perfect snooker, could have just brought that off the cush. Yep. That's the thing that these boys are. That's one thing of advice I wanted to give to Ringo earlier. You know, it's like, because these boys, that's what they do. They just try and pot. You know, each other, out pot each other, and you got to be a little more thinking. You know, just especially when you're in trouble, you got to see. Look, now he's looking for a snooker when he should have done it before. He's leaving himself a hard safety. He's missed the safety. So just a difficult safety to take in the situation he was. Like you said before, he could have taken the ball earlier and got around perfect to that one on the rail, brought it off the cushion a little bit, give us perfect snooker behind it.
I can't exactly remember.
Nice shot by Ringo. Great pot.
I can't exactly remember where the red ball that was up the top side of that, the 8 ball, but I feel like it was almost in line with the pocket of where that was. So the international rules, having a ball in hand, such a massive advantage. Like, I remember when 2 shots were good and all, but sometimes you played with the thought process of that you actually have 2 shots, and sometimes you can play a little bit too loose, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, I've got a second visit, and find yourself in a worse position. With this ball in hand situation here, knowing you only ever have 1 visit, you've got to leave as many balls on the table as you can, but making sure that they're potable positions if you're going to be playing safety.
100%, brother.
And he's taken away a lot of his key balls.
He just potted all the easy ones, didn't he? Yep. Potted all the easy ones, and he probably, no disrespect to Trent, but he probably played that like a B grader, in the sense of just potted all the easy balls, and then left himself with absolutely nothing that he could do.
Yep.
Thank you, brother.
Cheers, thank you.
That's Reece saying reminds me when Andy missed the black with you, Dickie. Fraser Coast East Comp. Your 7-ball clearance after that was pretty good. Silent Frank. Yeah, thank you, brother. Yeah, Andy missed probably a black that he probably wishes he could have again, and he probably would never miss again. So, the quality player that Andy is. But yeah, I had 7 balls, didn't I? 4 balls were on the rails, and it was probably the best under pressure pot out I've ever seen.
Yeah,
I'll give myself a rap. I think it was absolute under the pressure. I was at 6-all. I think it was the best under pressure pot out.
Yeah,
that I've ever seen anyone do anyway. So but yeah, they're the kind of things we live for, isn't it? But I can
kick after the siren.
And talk about
try when the time's up.
Exactly, and talk about winning or losing. Like that was at Fraser Coast, Harvey Bay. And obviously I had to drive home back to Brizzy 4.5 hours. I think I started off the gate. I shot out of the gates. I think I was 4-0, 4-1 up on Andy or something. No, sorry, Andy was 3-0 up on me, and I come back and won 4-3, and then he went up. But like I was saying, it was a 4.5 hour drive home.
Are you going to replay that?
Well, it was a happy drive home. Don't get me wrong. That's the difference, isn't it? Those kind of those pot outs. We spoke about that pot out. Me and Nick spoke about that pot out for 4.5 hours, brother. You know what I mean? Like we just had smiles all the way home. But if you lose, it's a long road home, isn't it? You had the opportunity to win, which it would have been for Andy. He knows he had the opportunity to win. It's a hard loss.
Yeah.
For anyone, and especially he misses an easy black. And I do a pot out that 99% of the people are not going to pot out on. He's still thinking he's going to win the game. So
he's at least getting back.
Exactly, he's always getting back to the table. So it would have been a hard loss for Andy. And obviously we weren't weren't talking the best at the time, so it was a bit of a grudge match. So it wouldn't have been a good loss for him, and it wouldn't have been a good loss for me. So it was only benefited me that I had a nice drive home. You know what I mean? Because we laughed all the way home, and no disrespect to Andy, because not at Andy's expense or anything. Mm-hmm. We were just having laughing because how bad of a drive it could have been. So and then that pot out, like I've saved that video. I mean, that's a pot out, brother, that I could probably watch in 20, 30 years time and be proud of myself to say, like, this is how good I was, and definitely a memory I can keep, that's for sure, and like you said, Andy's such a quality player, like he's won so many things, and like he proved me wrong that I like to say, like the first thing is he proved me wrong. I honestly didn't think his game was suitable to pockets, only because he's such a good money player.
Yep.
His safety game is next to none. You know what I mean? Yep. So to play someone like Andy, you've got to play well the whole 5 hours or whatever it is, time it is. You can't have any laps because he's going to eat you alive.
Yep. I suppose he's going back to his home tables as well. Like he probably is rewinding the clock.
100%, 100%. So. But he surprised me, brother, and like I said, I got massive respect for his game, and I backed him. I backed him at 17-1, and he won me the money, won the final on that there. He's like I said, he played 10 times better than I thought he would for that kind of potting standard kind of thing. Because he's a great potter, but his game is safety, isn't he? He'll sit on you. And then he'll punish you when you don't do the right thing. That's the kind of player he is.
Yep.
So, good respect, massive. Even though, like I said, we're not the best friends, a massive respect for him in his game, and he's he done extremely well in pockets. So, and the fellas that we thought that would dominate, they didn't, and it's no disrespect to them or anything, but it's a hard gig out there, mate. Isn't it? You have the first 8 where you have Robbo and Scary and all them because they've been dominating around for a while. Mm-hmm. But you got these fringe players that have been sitting on the fringe that they can knock off these boys any time of the week,
and showed it as well. And showed the format, the format as well.
And the format proved it because those tables. They're fantastic potting tables, and these other players, the other 16 or other players that come in for the next one, I mean, they're just as good as potters as the top 8. It's just about playing well on that day, isn't it?
You just probably not focusing on the pool here, but Ringo here is taking balls off the table like Trent did, and leaving a hard ball to last.
He's going for snooker now, I think.
Yeah, see.
Oh, he's left him, yes. Well, he's
all those balls on the table. I mean, the benefit of leaving balls on the table is if Trent gets out of this and doesn't get and Ringo doesn't get ball in hand, it would be nice to have an easy ball to get out of the situation.
Josh just pulled one back. Yeah, well, I was going to say.
And he took a ball just over the bag.
And exactly, and what we say, like here, he said they don't think like us because like he's left Ringo, Ringo's left him on the cush there, thinking to himself, I'm going to leave him a chance of bringing that red out, so he's got his yellow there, not thinking, hey, get a proper snooker, then you can hit the white on the yellow and get a better snooker. Just take your time, Trent knew there's nothing to lose there, is it? He didn't even want to hit the ball. Ringo needs to pot this now and bring it off. And out he goes for the win.
I wouldn't be potting it. I would be, again, setting it up.
Oh, brother, no. I'd pot that yellow. Split them two. How do you go?
Sitting it
No, why would you do that?
The bag.
No, brother. Just do that. See you later. What a bad unlucky that was.
I would have been setting up that yellow and leaving him a straight up and down, just so he has to open up that yellow. The yellow I've just set up over the bag with him. I get out ball to get on the second yellow, which...
Yeah, I wouldn't have done that because I don't believe in giving people a shot they don't deserve. So I would have obviously brought that out a little bit better than Ringo did. But, like you said, that happens, isn't it, Mm-hmm. Ringo's just got to play a bit safe here, doesn't he, He's left him on here. I think he was trying to get behind the black. And he should have just left it down the bottom left side.
Being 10-6 up, the shot that I was playing there was I was playing the ball he was playing,
Yeah, no, 100.
but I'm setting it up over near the bag
Yeah,
and leaving him a one rail he has to open up that red.
yeah, different
Not
play.
leaving him two rails.
Not saying your shot's not a good shot, but obviously from me thinking myself, I'm the potter I am. I was obviously going out, and I think most better players would. But you know, in the sense of safety wise and making sure your shot was perfect as well. You set it up. Like you said, he's got to go up the table, splits it for you, gives you a chance at crack. You know, my way is the same way where I bring it out, I get a shot on it, and I'm out of there. You know, so obviously things can happen like with Ringo, but it's the same with yours. Anything can happen. You know, he could come down, hit his ball, runs it down the table, pots your ball that's in the corner, and leaves you lapped on yours. You know, you just
hard
don't
up
know.
against the red.
You just don't know, do you? You know, so that's why I always in my thought pattern is always, you know, you don't give them a shot they don't deserve. You know. But yeah, back to this match. Trent's is he going for snooker here on the through? What's he doing? Is he cutting it in? Yeah.
I'll be taking it on with the yellow where it is. Definitely taking it on.
You should be able to cut this to the left without
Just
going
a
in
natural.
off. Yeah,
just
natural.
You're catching. I don't think you're even catching the jaw if you pop the
How many
central.
people do you have a shot like this, and then they'll tell you that they're going to go in off when you know yourself, you know, like you just pop this normal, you know?
That's you're possibly landing sort of 3 inches
inside the pocket.
the jaw,
yeah, 100%.
Not even catching the jaw.
No,
And he's playing it with screws, so
Yeah.
it's not.
no, bad shot.
Oh,
He's
no,
going in
no.
off. God. Well, just a couple of loose shots, hasn't it? You know, like now Ringo should just roll this straight down the corner, or just tap it and bring it out a little bit.
I'd be taking a double on here,
Would you?
6 up. I'd be able to put the cue ball
giving
wherever I want.
Yeah, but if you miss it and you're giving him a chance to get back in the game, I'd get a better snooker myself, or I'd just roll it straight down the rail. These pockets are fantastic down the rail. So to me, you just roll it down the rail, straight in. He's doing what you say. He's going for the double. He's missed it by a foot and a half. He just said the same thing, I think. I'm sure he just said I fucking missed it by a foot and a half. Well, a bit of pressure in it. A bit of pressure. You know, he's on the hill. He's feeling good about himself. He just wants to get out of it. He wants to finish it off. So a bit of a pressure double there that he's probably missed it, you know, by more than he's ever missed a double in his life. But that's pressure, isn't it? You know, the hardest game to win is the last one, isn't it? You know, Trent's just missed another reasonable easy yellow. He's struggling a bit, Trent, isn't he? He's under pressure, but isn't he?
Missed the April.
Yeah.
He was on the April.
Yeah. And that's a black that he would normally, you know, think that he's got a pot. So he's definitely had some opportunities. Ringo's just pumped that in. That was a lovely shot for Ringo.
Is he taking a double here, or is he cutting
No,
it?
he just pops it straight down there, brother. You don't miss this on this table. You roll this down normal. To me, you can't miss on this table. But he just rolls this in, he can't miss. Straight in.
Oh, no.
Jeez, they're tight.
Look where the cue ball is.
He's left it on the rail. He's left it about an inch and a half back on the rail and smack on the other rail.
Could be getting back.
I was going to say, if you missed it like that, he's landed perfect, hasn't he? Especially that, you know.
I thought I would have potted that rather than trying to go safe.
Yeah. Oh. That would have been a good idea. Yeah, he's done it.
Gets one back. Trent gets one back.
And I'll tell you what, that was a pretty good shot by Trent because he's under the whip, he's on the hill, you know, and off the cush.
We didn't stop for the traditional owner of the. We had to stop at a minute silence.
Oh, mate, I'm Aboriginal. I'm sick of seeing this shit. Like, mate, seriously, like, geez, this is all.
In case you didn't hear, Reedy just mentioned about stopping for the original custodians and they're welcoming him to the land. And
mate, every time there's a sporting match on, or every time there's something on, we're doing it. Like, God, I mean, I'm Aboriginal as well, but this is going too far. It's ridiculous, you know.
Sorry, Jody. I'll get a bit closer.
What's Jody say? What's going on?
So that she can barely hear me. It's probably to the benefit of everyone.
Yeah. Butcher. Okay, well, I'll tell you what, if Ringo will be regretting that game if he doesn't win this one.
I think Aaron's
He's on yellow.
Aaron's on yellow with the 8 ball in a not a very good spot.
Yeah, if he pumps second, I thought he would have. That was a strange shot. I thought he might have screwed back then behind that other yellow and then brought black out then, you know. But I suppose he's probably thinking of controlling the game, putting this yellow in front of the red over the hole. He's potted it. I don't know why he wanted to do that.
What are your thought process of playing it so you'd land yourself sort of near the centre pocket, just to the right of sort of centre table where we would call the blue spot a snooker table, and the yellow that's pretty much on the 8 ball spot?
I think he's just got to. I think he's got to just set this up.
Playing it off the red.
I think what he done was, if he could have set that up, I think it would have been a better shot. I would have screwed back into the black off that, and then left myself a pot in the middle.
It's sort of a tough position because, I mean, he wanted to play a safety there where Josh is forced to play the red that's in front of the 8 ball. In fact, he's actually stopped him from being able to hit the one on the 8 ball and left him wide open on his open ball, which is, in the scheme of things, is not what you really want to do. But
he's probably thinking that now, and he's potted that and then snookered himself. Well, that's plan B. He's coming in with plan B.
Josh, obviously, Aaron knew what Josh was going to do there.
Yeah.
Can see into the future. We shouldn't. Josh
could be out a crystal ball there. Josh is, it was a shot to next to none he shouldn't have done. Yeah. You know, he should have just nicked off it and run down the table.
I don't think he was expecting the pocket, to be fair.
No, he wasn't thinking of trying to pot it, but I mean, he shouldn't have went for the double anyway. And he was leaving the white, he was screwing back, leaving the white down where old mate wants to be, you know, where Aaron needs to be. If he just run off it and run down the other end, gives himself the chance to stay in the game. And now he's just moved the black for given ball in hand to Aaron, and he just moved the black. So I don't think that black's on, but Aaron's having a look at it now. I just don't think it's on. So Jay's going to have a look. Jay's saying it's not on, so the black's not on. So Joshy's got a little bit lucky there. He tried to get out of the snooker and missed it. Trent's gone for a double on the other table. Put it on the cush. So Ringo's got a massive chance here. I expect Ringo to... I won't so expect him to pot out, but he should pot out from here.
I think Az is going off the red here. I think he's potting the yellow off the red here to open up the 8 ball.
He's hit it a bit soft and he's left the black in front of the red now. So... you just have to go up and down the table.
You're playing,
up and down the table, or do you play snooker?
With it just under stun here, because you've got to come back towards pretty much centre of the bottom rail and get the pace right.
It's either that or do you just run off it and get a nice little snooker and make him go up and down the table. What's ball do you eat, boy? What don't love being welcome to our country land? Every weekend? No, what's that?
Just check on your internet whether it fully went through with the recharge thing. I know it came through on my account, but is it sitting there still, something sitting there still?
It did say, congratulations, you've recharged.
What's that for?
It's taking me back to the original page.
Oh, Aaron's...
Oh, look at the snooker. Oh. That's when the pool gods are not on your side.
He's got a snooker. He's got a snooker. He went for a double, nearly got the triple, and he's got it, and he's jogged a snooker.
You're directly behind this. There's a little bit of swerve.
He needs a bit more this week. Something I think we could get. He's half ball. So he needs a decent swerve.
He's jacking up on it.
Yeah.
He's got the jump cue out.
He's potted it.
Oh no, and it's landed really bad as well.
Got to feel sorry for him there. He done decent attempt, and the bloody Reds come back on the.
This is nearly a free shot.
Yeah.
This is nearly
a free shot.
Nearly a free shot at this 8 ball.
This is it to go. Ringo's on the other way, going out. Big chance for Ringo. Great shot by Aaron. Good win there to Aaron. Aaron beat Joshy 11-5. And Ringo's got a shot here to win the game. On the other table. Great shot there by Ringo. Okay, Ringo's got this to win the match. 2 matches could finish at the same time. We might even get a break, brother, at the same time. Holy hell. Here we go, Ringo for the match. Go the Kilcoy Terrier.
Oh, no,
he slapped at that. He slapped at that. He slapped at it. You know, he's back to 10-8. There's 2 games now he should have put him away. Now these games are going to get harder and harder to win, you know. So
my call was that this was going to get to 9-all, so I'm Trent's what's 10-8 now.
Yeah, 10-8.
Nessie, if you could update that for us, please.
Should have been over at 11-6.
10-8.
10-8 now.
Thank you. Gets interesting now.
It does.
As you said, like it gets tough to win. When you're on the hill, you're 10-6 up, and then you lose back-to-back frames.
Especially when you had a chance to win both from bottom, when you should have won both from. You know, like there's no way that Ringo should have let him back into those 2 games. So you can see Ringo is very annoyed with himself, kicking himself, but he needs to forget that now. Otherwise, he's only going to be hurting himself.
So Reds are the balls to go.
Yeah,
here.
Definitely.
He's just got to map this correctly, which...
He's definitely got a chance of potting out here, hasn't he?
Yeah.
And if he goes to 10-9, it's a very strange shot that was. Jeez, that was a strange shot. But he could have screwed that. He could have screwed that off the rail under that yellow and split that black and be red then.
Even, I mean, I don't know if the red passes to go into... Obviously, maybe potting it into that left top corner, but... maybe even just nudging into that yellow just to open that shot up.
Yeah.
But Trent would be happy with the layout.
Yeah, he's in control of the game at the moment, isn't he? You know, Ringo's definitely got a bit of work to be doing to be winning this game. So
if I was Ringo, I would be the ball which is on the snooker black spot, the yellow close to the top rail. I'd be cutting that and taking that top right pocket.
100%, brother. I'd be doing the same thing.
And then using the pace to break out those 2 balls that he's just played just then.
Yeah, 100%. He should have potted that red. Take control of that pocket without the black covered.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the rugby league's started already, and
the rugby.
I don't know if that's 4-0 to Penrith, or is that my eyes not the best.
Jodie will let us know. I'm pretty sure.
Jodie will let us know. Well, she's muted us, so we're not as interesting as the footy. Okay, no, but I think he's gone too far. He's gone on a cush, so it's going to be a little bit hard for him.
You could dead weight this in, take the one on the top corner, and just land yourself out to roll it into the centre pocket.
Does he pop this and try and clip off and split them, or does he just fucking play safe and bring that red out first? I'd bring the red outs first. I wouldn't pot it myself. Not when you're on the hill like he is. If he was leading 10-8, I'd have a go at breaking them out and have a go, but since the black's down near that pocket, I would just bring that red out into the middle of the table.
You reckon the long doubles on? No, it's not.
No, and I wouldn't want to go away down. I wouldn't want to go down the other end of the table either, you know. How are you,
the superstar Jaden Dinger.
The superstar we were talking about earlier has rocked up. He
must have heard us talking about it. I better go down.
His little ears must have been burned, and he thought, I better go show me face. He's got the pocket shirt on and that. I'm sure it's glued. I don't think he showers. Every time I see him, he's got that pocket shirt on.
He's got a good dryer.
Yeah.
He's overplayed that a little bit.
Yes, but he's doing the same. He's just putting all the easy ones, and he's done a bad little kick there. He's left himself nothing.
He could possibly run through this and maybe.
He's going to screw off it by the looks of it. He's slapping balls around.
Now he can take the pocket.
I'll tell you what, that's landed perfect. If he pots this, then goes over, pots one on the left, and then does the cannon last, would you do the same? Stunned here, stunned here back
tough.
now.
I think it's tough on these tables.
Oh, not on this, brother.
On the cloth, I think it's tough to get the follow through.
Not with that, but look how far that red ball's in the hole, but we pot them both now. Does he put the yellow to the left?
Come off the side rail, off the top rail, get behind the black and nudge the black down towards the centre.
Well, I reckon he just finds cuts it, the left and the yellow and the red, and the black, and he's done this perfect. I would have potted them both. I would have potted the yellow and the left, and let the white run through. Potted the black and run for him. Not the black. The red that's over the hole.
Yep.
And then I'm on the black.
Have a shot.
Not a bad shot. Not a bad shot.
Have a shot, but we obviously know what's going to happen. Just going to glance off the side of it.
Well, no, we don't. We don't know.
Yeah.
We know what we would do. Sorry, no disrespect to the boys. It's hard. It's hard when it's hard when you think, okay, this is what you should be doing, and then they do total opposite. You're like, holy shit, so. But that's it, isn't it? We all think differently. So he's gone up the table. Now, if he pots this, he's just fouled. Oh my fucking god! Oh, sorry for the swearing. Then
was he touching?
No, he didn't ask for touching ball, didn't he? Unless he was. I didn't hear him ask for touching ball. He's got to do the cannon now. Do the cannon, stun, and leave the white flat on the red. He wins the game.
I think
what's he doing?
What you've got to do.
You just got to put the black onto the red and stun the white so it sits flat on the red. What can he do? He can't do nothing.
I'll be giving myself angle.
Yeah, just that. Just stun it and just leave flat on the red.
Give myself angle and screw the white down the table. Oh, not bad. That's a good shot. Pretty good result.
If he would have stunned it and stayed on the red, that's what I would have done. But I would have stunned that white just softly, and it would have stayed flat on the other side of the red, because then he couldn't do nothing. He can throw in a snooker here, but it's got to be a fucking.
On the red, you can come off the side rail onto the red and possibly pot it. With this situation, you could probably possibly do it again.
Geez, you need to do a good snooker here. That's not good enough.
It's enough.
Easy to get out of it.
It's an up and down. It is an up and down.
If you miss this up and down, you take yourself to the toilet and you give yourself an uppercut and a few, don't you?
It's a pressure shot.
Yeah, it's pressure, but geez, you expect yourself to get this.
He's missed it.
He's missed that. No, he's got to nick it. Oh, he's missed it.
He's missed it. He's missed it. Well, as we said, we were saying.
That's 3 games in a row. He was given away.
Oh, is there a twist? Is there a twist coming?
Oh, there's a twist. There's a twist here. We should have been out. I should have been out and having a break 10 minutes ago. There's a twist, all right. I think Ringo's in trouble because he's not making the right decisions. He should have won the last 3 games. Mm-hmm. It should be over. Should be over at 11-6. It's now 10-9.
Yeah.
And it's, like we said, it was 10. He should have won 11-6.
Yep.
He lost. Went to 10-7. He's lost again. Went to 10-8. Now it's 10-9. It's getting harder and harder. And he's had easy outs, brother, hasn't he? The last 3 games.
Well, he had a pretty much straight shot on the 8 ball in the top left corner to win it.
Yep. Then he had the ball in hand with 1 ball to go. He could have thrown the snooker, went for the double.
Yeah.
Missed that. Then this game as well, he should have never just lost that. It's definitely getting harder for him.
Look, we are being quite critical. Definitely don't want to hamper onto the negative things, but constructive criticism is that you just got to finish these off. You just got to finish off, especially when you've had the opportunities that he's had.
Yeah, and we're not being critical to Ringo. We love Ringo. I want Ringo to win. We're not critical of anyone. We're just, like you said, we're just trying to tell it how it is. And like you said, they're frames that you should be winning. When you're in money matches like this, these are the games. This is what money matches is all about. It's about having that ability to finish off matches.
Yep.
I mean, I had ability, and I mean it's hard work. I had one myself. I I hadn't played for a long time, and I come back and I played Joe Zoo, and for money, and I was leading 27-8. And just relaxed, thought I'd won, and that game just got harder and harder to finish off, and he come back and beat me 21-20, so it just proves that, it happens to all of us. Mm-hmm. There's been one where Sonny Lister or something was playing Matty Bolton or something. I think Matty Bolton was on the hill or something, and I think Sonny Lister, or one of the boys, WA boys, come back and won like 14 games straight or something like that. It was, you know, it's just hard closing off matches. But this is why we play these money matches, isn't it? For that thrill.
No, exactly.
Now Ringo's got a chance here to pot out. Now, to me, he pots this. He's taking the wrong ball. Now, to me, he should be potting this right red and bringing the black out, and he's out of there.
Yep, correct.
Give yourself an opportunity to go out.
He's obviously leaving it as his last ball to put on the...
He needs to take it now. You know, he's done well to do that. Like, he brings his black out now, he's got a chance to go out. One he doesn't want to do is put the black on the red, pot it, and then leaves himself nothing. He's done well. He's got to take the red over the hole, come back down the other one. Off the rail first, come underneath the black, under the black, and just come up the rail. Oh, he slapped that, jeez. Jeez, he just slapped that, didn't he?
It's just potting this and screwing back down the table, man.
Mate, so now instead of having a nice stun, he needs to whack this in, he needs to screw back half the table to get back to put it back on the other side of the middle. He's missed it. He slapped it again. Oh, poor old Ringo. Mate, if he loses this, he'll go back and it'll be like a horror movie, wouldn't it? Watching it back.
I'm not seeing too much. All these link here. I feel this is a very sort of simple ABC.
Yeah.
You've got one hard ball, which is obviously the one on the top rail, which you take second ball here.
Which is not even really hard, like you said. He's got the perfect angle to take that second left yellow that's down the bottom there to get onto the one that's on the bottom, and he's out of there, isn't he? Really?
Yep.
You know, and if he gets this to go 10 all, I'd have to say he's favourite. That was a terrible shot. Well, we won't say terrible shot, but that was not what we would have done.
Not sure why he should have
just
distance there.
He had the angle just to screw just about onto the back cush, just to get behind it, come off the rail like a half a ball, and then gives you the angle to come back round for the other one. Now he's going for it. Now he's going safety. Yeah, is this? Well, he's got a nice snooker, so not a bad shot.
Problem is though, it's blocking the path of one of his.
Lucky, how are you, brother? The what, son?
It's blocking the path of one of his yellows now, so he's got to play a cannon now.
Yeah, and I think it was a pretty good shot in the sense that, especially after the last posse. So Ringo misses this, gives him ball in hand. Good shot by Ringo. Great shot! Oh.
Good heavens!
Great shot by.
I'll tell you what. You know, I don't want to be too critical, but the only time Ringo looked like he's going to win on the hill is by getting out of sneakers.
Yeah.
He's been the closest to looking like
that's true. Yeah, true.
Sorry, Ringo.
No, but it's been true. He's definitely had his chances to win, and the only time he has really looked like it is with a bit of luck. Because he's missed the easy ones, hasn't he? Trent's got to go for another snooker. Can Ringo go? If Ringo goes across the table, and pop this in, he'll then smack on the black. Just come on, Ringo. Come on, Ringo. This is where you can redeem yourself, Ringo. What's he doing? He's going the other. Oh, he's cutting it down the rail. Is he? Yeah, oh, he's on it down the rail. Lovely shot, straight in. Great shot. Great shot. Great shot there by Ringo. Come on, Ringo.
He's on the 8 ball again.
That was a great shot by Ringo. This is where he needs to finish this off now. He's hit that, not good. Not good.
Pressure.
Okay,
Pressure.
well, yeah, pressure. He just went to the corner, had a big blow. His missus is giving him a bit of a mouthful, saying, "Come on, you," whatever his sweet name is. Come on, sweet cheeks.
I know what she's probably calling him. It's not what we can put on.
I know, mate. I know what she'll be calling him on the way home if he doesn't finish his match off. He's missed that.
Yeah. As I said, that was the issue of leaving that ball where it was and having to leave himself a combo.
That was a pretty easy combo, but it was a pretty easy combo. Yeah. This is Ringo's chance, but he's just got to not go in off. What's he looking at? There's no way in the world it's going off in the middle, Ringo. Just put bottom left on it. Drag and it'll...
I don't think that's cuttable.
Oh, 100%, brother. I cut that all day long. And you should cut it in and get to the... And he's going for the double.
Yeah, I don't think it's cuttable. I reckon it's about half a ball too far.
He's missed that. He's got the triple.
Triple it.
Well, we did just say before that if he did win, it'd be on luck, and he just went for the double and got the triple. Good win to Ringo. He deserved it. He probably played the better, but found it very hard to finish off that last frame, as we all do. It's not easy. But guys, that's 2 matches down now. Aaron Goodfellow won the match on the other table, and Brett Ringo, our little champion from Kilcoy, has done the job for the Kilcoy crew, and he's won that match. So our next 2 matches are
We got Jeff Gannon and Robbie Kiewski.
Yeah, a little Robbie, a little gin jockey from Toowoomba, a young old Robbie, and Jeff Gannon. The name rings a bell.
Victorian guy.
Is he?
Just moved
Is
up,
he?
moved up in the last few years from Victoria.
Okay, he's probably not who I'm thinking of then. I thought he might have been someone from that we knew back here 20 years ago or something. But so do you know him? Do you know him well?
I know him.
Is he decent?
I played against him quite a lot down in Melbourne, and plays very well. Was better than me back in those days. Spent a bit of time out of the sport and is only just only sort of getting back into it now. So I think this would be an interesting match.
What standard would you put him at? Who would you?
Okay, what am I doing, Nessie?
Definitely, he was definitely A grade.
Yeah.
Definitely A grade, and played in the top divisions and won. I think he made a couple of semis at Albury and all that sort of stuff. So he's definitely can definitely play. It's just that those were a few years ago. So.
Yeah, well, it'll be a good match with him and Robbie. Robbie's been around a long time, so it'll be a good little match for them. And then the other match on the other table is Ash Pilgrim and Kieran Estridge, both North boys.
Mm-hmm.
So
home tables.
So be a good little match actually. Ash has got a good ability. So has Kieran. I think Kieran's been in a few money matches where he's had opportunities to win, where he's had big leads.
Yep.
And I think he had a massive lead on Jared Jensen once or something like that, and Jared's come back and won like 9 games straight or something, beat him. So I think it's whoever gets off to the lead for the boys. If someone can get off to a good little lead, I think that could be the difference. So, but Ash is pretty solid. He played my Dash for Cash team last weekend, so I think that'll be a good match. That'll be the better match out of the two, I think.
Well, I think we're going to wrap up here. We're going to start a new stream.
Yeah, we've got to do some interviews.
Oh, actually, we'll do some interviews.
Yep.
We've got 15 minutes up our sleeves, so we'll...
Okay, well, I'm going to leave you, so I'll get out of here and I'll come back a little bit later.
Thanks, guys. We'll be back.
Thanks, man.
Hey, Joshy.
Hello, buddy.
I'm
Brent's still muted.
Back on.
Back on.
On. Hey, Joshy.
Thanks, buddy. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, rough night, mate. Rough night. I think, mate, in the end, just the lack of sort of table time and probably that preparation we talked about before the game definitely told. I think, mate, let's face it, I definitely had my chances all night, you know, and there's a lot of those last balls and black balls that I just sort of twitched on, and you know, some silly little errors and that. And mate, I think the hard part was the jumpers got on me from the start. I wasn't there. The first 4 frames I just wasn't there, mate. The head was a bit out of whack, so it was a bit hard to come back from there. But anyway, is what it is, mate.
I'm just a massive believer of preparation.
Yeah.
Massive believer of time you put in the table, the time, you know, what you get in is what you get out.
Yep, 100%.
And what you put in is what you get out. And you can't be too upset because you didn't put a lot in. You took it at late notice.
Yeah.
If you were to do this again, would you change anything?
Do you know, it's funny, mate, because I asked myself the same question, and it's one of those things is where I twitch. Simple as that. You know, like there's a lot of players out there who might not admit to it, but you go around the table and you shake, and the hand shakes, and at different times you can feel that pressure. And I think regardless of my preparation, that's something that's there. And you know, I think sports psychology and all that kind of stuff is huge in different sports these days, and how you can sort of get through it. And you look at the top fellas that are out there in this game, and that's something that I'm not sure whether they experience that, but when you come down to this sort of level, you definitely do. And that's one of those things where you just feel it on the table. You just sort of get to it. So preparation is definitely something, mate. I 100% sort of can admit to that. There's a few twitchy ones.
What I can say, big fella, is I play with a lot of anxiety myself.
Yep.
But I think the more time you're on the table, the more confidence you create.
Yeah.
Less anxiety.
Definitely. Look, the confidence that comes with the consistency in making these shots is something that makes that go away. So definitely, yeah. I think definitely, if I was to play another one, mate, we'd have to look at a little bit more table time before and a bit better preparation, and I think even more so just playing more pool at the same stage. You know, like even if there isn't a money match coming up, you know, consistency on the table. Like, I had a couple of years out with the blown knee and things like that, and this has sort of been my first season back, and the game's not where I'd like it to be, but you know, there's glimpses.
Yep.
There's glimpses, but glimpses don't win you frames. So we'll
Joshy, you know, changing the subject for a second. The other night when we went out and we had a good rapport the other night. We've been mates for years.
Yep.
I'm happy to help get you ready for your next match.
Appreciate that, mate. I do. I really appreciate that.
And I'll wait for you to come to me if you want some help moving forward.
I appreciate that, buddy.
I'd love to help you.
And mate, that's something I've seen with you throughout your career, mate, and that's something that I've always applauded in the Gold Coast scene, is that your willingness to see people succeed and to see people get better. And that's something that's a credit to yourself, mate, is that you're never one to not give people advice. You know, you're always there with the first word. You could have done this, you should have done that, you know, and it always comes from a great position. So, mate, that's a credit to yourself. And, mate, what you've got running here with Reedy's 8 ball and is amazing, you know, the events that you're putting on. And I don't think, you know, like, we've seen some of the things with pockets and that, but I think from a local point of view, there's no one doing it better than yourselves and that. So yeah. I think if you keep going and people get these opportunities, you see players who have turned up week in, well, I shouldn't say week in, week out, but money match in, money match out. You know, these guys are coming in, they're putting that challenge up. So, mate, yeah, we'll see if we go the next one and see if we can change the result.
Josh, it's a pleasure having you, mate.
Pleasure, buddy.
And thanks a lot for playing.
Thank you, mate. Appreciate it.
Cheers.
Okay, ready?
Hey, Azza. These are possibly the better seats when you have a victory compared to the seat that Joshy was just in?
Yeah, I'd agree. Yeah, no, it was good to get the win, obviously. Pretty tough match, though. I did find the tables played very true, which I think I probably took to that quicker than Josh.
Yep.
They play true if you play them soft, and that's not necessarily maybe Josh's game. He does like to thump them a bit, so I think that's maybe where I got off to a bit of a lead at the start. And then yeah, Josh played some nice frames, a couple of masters I think, and yeah, kind of just managed to just keep it pretty simple from then. Didn't really try and do too much flamboyant stuff, put it that way.
I felt pretty much going on the back of what you said. I felt you settled into the match a lot quicker,
Yeah.
and you felt. And especially because I also knew from what Josh told me, the preparation, his preparation wasn't as much as you. And I did see you down snooker where you were having hits all the time, and you've put a lot. You said you haven't played as much pool as what you have done in this last month or two.
Yeah.
And I believe that's why you got the win.
Potentially, yeah, and I should have mentioned before that Josh obviously took this at short notice.
Yes.
He took this match on by 2 weeks' notice. Then there was the change of venue because of the footy and that, and full respect for Josh for taking it on, and potentially that's what it was some of the shots I was playing kind of just felt like muscle memory. It didn't really feel like I had to think too much about it, and yeah, I think putting that time in really helped.
Now that you've played in this arena, did you feel comfortable? Do you feel it's something that you would like to do again?
Yeah,
or it wasn't for you?
No, really enjoyed it, man. It was good experience. Definitely like to get back on the card again. I think, to be honest, I'll not look at Christmas. I think Christmas is when I'm going to take a bit of a break. Once we get the A-grade season out of the way, and but next year for sure, man. Yeah,
mate, thank you very much. Enjoy your win, and
Cheers,
it's been a pleasure having you part of Reedy's Q Sports.
Thanks for having me, Reedy. Appreciate it, fella. Take care, man.
Mate, take care. Thank you. To Trent first. Hey Treno.
There you go, mate.
Tough seat, this one. I sort of don't know what to say in regards to how you performed. I might let you take the stand and tell me what happened.
What happened? I thought I played pretty well. There was a few jags in there that rocked me, but that's cool. But yeah, I thought I did well to dig back and come back to 11-9. It seems to be 11-9 seems to be my numbers.
Okay.
Lost the first one 11-9, this one 11-9, but yeah, no, I was pretty happy with the way I played. I'm not a professional pool player, but I enjoyed it out there.
Yes.
I enjoyed the pressure.
Yes.
I'm starting to enjoy the pressure.
That's important.
Yeah. Well, when he had me 10, I think it was 10-6 or 10-7 or something. I could have packed up my bag and went, yeah, I'm done. But I just dug in there and put some pressure, and he missed a couple of shots, and I got back into the game.
Do you enjoy the stage?
Starting to, and like just the pressure. I've always been like to play basketball when I was younger and won finals and all that, and the camaraderie and that. Pool's a different sport. You're on your own, so you can sit there and you just got to pick yourself up. And
I was just having a chat with Josh, and his preparation wasn't that much, but he says he twitches. He doesn't like. He's struggling out there, and I think it's in the bit mental, the twitch, and I think you get rid of a lot of that twitchy and anxiety feel when you're preparing right by playing a lot of pool and doing what you're doing now. So my advice to you is, if you're enjoying it and it's still quite tough, keep doing it.
Yeah, well, I don't give up, but at the end of the day, is there any C graders that want to go? I'm serious.
Yeah, no, listen, we'll find a nice opponent moving forward. You might want to go again in Christmas, come to the Reedy's Christmas Cup. We'll talk about it further.
Yeah. No, I enjoyed the game, I enjoyed the pressure. Ringo's doubles, he did some beautiful doubles.
Yeah.
that pocket down there, he must hate that left-hand bottom pocket because he missed about 3 blacks on it. But yeah, that was enjoyable.
Thanks you for being part of it.
Not a problem.
And we'll see you again soon.
You will, mate.
See you.
Cheers for having me again.
Thank you. Okay, just a quick one with Ringo. Hey Ringo.
Hi, Reddy.
I'm just saying the different seats that we have here, mate. The loser's seat and the winner's seat. I think you could probably sum this up a lot better than what I could.
Yeah, well, I had a lot of luck early on. He had a lot of, a lot of pots that I should have potted and left him bad, but I obviously leaving it for my own ball, but not getting the pots, and then every now and again I lost my head a bit and had a bit of a slap, and I did leave him a few ordinary leaves, but you know, as I say, you make your own luck a bit, and you know, I did play some good pool in between, and so did Trent. Trent played really well. It was a long time coming. It's been about 3 or 4 years we had this sort of.
So there's a lot of emotion in it.
Oh, a little bit of emotion, mate, but yeah, it's built up because we played a comp up at Harvey Bay, and we always said we'll try and get a cash match, and one wasn't ready or whatever, and then obviously I had my car accident and stuff, and that throws a spanner in the works. But yeah, glad we got it done and won, and yeah, no, it's a yeah.
Mate, I thought you played some good stuff at times. Yeah. Okay, and I thought you settled a little bit better than what he did, and you maybe had chances to put it away a little bit earlier than what you did.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it was 11-9, and maybe you could go back and have a look where you can improve and what you can do, because we'd like to see you again on this.
Oh, I'll definitely be back, mate. Yeah. Dickie and Jay both said that I should be watching it on mute, so I don't know what they were talking. Probably talking a bit of smack or something, I don't know. But we'll go back and watch it, mate, and have a look and just see where I can fix things. I've always said to myself I've got to be a little bit more tactical rather than going in full ball, but I've always been that way. If I'm at the table, I want to try and win it, so more so than I want to give it away. So.
Congratulations on your win, Ringo. Enjoy a couple of drinks, and we appreciate having you.
Thank you. Thanks, Freddie.
Thank
Good
you.
night, mate. Thanks,
Thank you,
buddy.
mate.
Cheers.
Okay, and I think we're going to start the stream up for the next lot. Yep. Thanks, guys.
Have you said that we're finishing up this one?
Yep.